Hello, everyone. This is the Nameless one, and tonight I am here with Argo. Let's see, hold on. Argo, Page, Moop, Petrol, Hax, and Ellis, and of course our Shadow Sim is also here. Um, for those of you in the audience, I just want to say that the poll for the 3000 special is going fairly well. Monday, I will be releasing the final poll with the 4 winners to see which song I will be singing at my 8,000 subscriber, or 8,000, 3,000 subscriber mark.
Good job.
So,
Yep.
without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And Moop, I want you to do the recap today.
Alright, so we played with some invisible breezies the other day. I'm allergic to some bubbles. And there was just... Shit, my brain is skipping. What the fuck? Sorry. Sorry. My entire brain just skipped over a bunch of shit, and it's not going back. Someone press the rewind button.
Start at leaving the deer's place.
I forgot there was a deer.
Oh yeah,
Petrol.
it came from a deer.
Okay.
Am I the only one that remembers last episode?
No,
remember
my
some of
brain
it.
is skipping, and for some reason it's skipping to even before that. It's not playing what's in between.
Hax,
Just the
would you
nature of
like
the first.
Get everyone going? Yes. Yes, I would. Okay, so in the episode before last time, we ended coming to the Archdruid's clearing with the deer who was the Archdruid. And so last episode picked up with what we were doing in the intervening week. We all were healed back up to full health, and we're doing, everyone was doing tasks. Or something, trying to better some skill or make something. So at the end of that week, we left the deer's place, and we continued our trek west towards the new Equestrian Monarchy. And let's see. The first thing that we came to was a mountain range. We either had the option of trying to go around the mountain range by going pretty far out of our way to the south, or I believe we could also go around it to the north, but that was even further, or we could try and find a pass through the mountains. We decided to try and find a pass through the mountains. We did find a pass. As we were walking along this pass, we started noticing some strange things. First of all, there were a bunch of crow-themed effigies as we were walking down this path. There was netting placed over the top of the gorge to prevent Pegasi from being able to fly out. And at one point, while me and Vigil were flying up, investigating this netting, Vigil noticed a scope glint. And, well, at that point we knew that we were very much in dangerous territory. As we continued down this pass, because boulders had been rolled to block our exit, so we were stuck going in this one direction. The frequency of the crow effigies increased more and more until we encountered a black griffin. Not the musical artist, just a black
Yeah, different kind.
And
The artist is much better.
he was, well, rather suspicious of us, understandably so, and had, I believe it was 8 snipers pointed at us,
Probably.
which was
Give or take.
worrying, to say the least. But him having heard of some of our adventures, decided
told him.
that we needed to have an audience with the leader of their spawn cult, because I had identified that these were spawn cultists.
It was because I mentioned that burning place from like way back then.
Ah, yes, the
The depression pits and
I
this
showed him the
dark,
picture, that's why.
and there's a dark
The
galaxy
Burning Pits of
that we mentioned.
Sadness?
The
Yes,
burning
that
pits
one.
of sadness, yes.
And they're like, oh, that doesn't sound possible. And then we got brought in, and then there was like a bone dragon. Ah, man,
no.
the one. The bone dragon had the name of no importance.
Yes, we also
Yeah.
one important thing is that the place we got brought to was the facility where the scarecrows had been being manufactured.
Also, a very
At
small
least to
fact.
our knowledge.
At least as far as we're aware, given the seeming assembly line for scarecrows, I think we could draw the conclusion fairly confidently that this is where the scarecrows are being manufactured. While we were in there, the front gate was attacked by a Minotaur
And we killed
who
the Minotaur.
Vigil crit on his shot, and
Head blown off.
yeah, that was a pretty cool moment. So after that happened, we were hurried out of the facility, continuing on our way, and this is where we pick up with the breezies. If you can keep going from there.
Also, I got the skull mask because I asked one of them who had a
Yes.
skull mask. This was very
Yes,
cool,
you
and I
did.
got it.
Yes, you
And then
did.
we got harassed by some Fey-like breezes. They made fun of us. We talked to them. They started to calm down a bit, and we showed them some friendship stuff.
Yes.
Did I miss anything?
I think
Well,
that's pretty much it.
we got through their forest, and on the other side we were entering into New Equestrian Monarchy territory. I believe that we were in sight of Van Hoover, though I might be mistaken there. But I think that we were.
Yes.
Oh, that was the
You were-
entirety of the session, and we did it in one time speed. 3 hours have passed already. Oh gosh.
Yes, you were in sight of Van Hoover after the end of the last session.
Right. Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and just pick up right off where we left off from last session, and you guys will be able to go ahead and start making your way into Van Hoover now. I will note that there is a gate and it is walled. What?
Then how are we supposed to enter? Knock on gate.
So who's knocking on gate?
I am.
Okay.
Sounds like Nasta's doing it.
So is all of the party with Nasa?
I assume
Yeah.
the
Yes.
Yes.
group. So yes.
Okay. So as you guys, as Nasa knocks on the gate, you see a unicorn poke their head over the wall before disappearing again. You hear the sound of shouting as the gate swings open, and a pair of unicorns in exorbitantly decorated armor step out. They are both wielding spears with their telekinesis as they point them at you, and a third comes out from behind them and asks, "So why are you here?"
We are here
I
to
will
do
note
business.
he is specifically addressing Paige.
We're here to make trade.
He looks at a Paige, Clinker, and Vigil before asking, "And what are you making trade for?"
Preferably looking for anti-radiation gear.
He rubs a hoof against his chin and says, "How long do you plan to stay?"
I don't know. How long do we plan to stay?
Don't have an exact ETA.
Not long. That's all we can really say.
He grunts and then waves at the guards to step aside and motions you forwards. But before he does so, he leans into Paige and tells. If you guys want to hear what he's trying to say, you can roll perception. But he whispers to Paige. Actually, let's see who can hear it first. Apparently not Hacks.
Apparently not.
Are they?
Is that everybody?
No, I'm about to do mine. I can hear it.
Okay, so as he leans in, he whispers, "And be sure to keep your slaves in check."
Oh, I will keep an
Oh
eye
my
on them.
I look confused.
He then, dismissively shoos you into the wall.
Thinker is trying very hard to not cringe at that statement.
Yeah.
I just have a very still face.
Oh.
I kind of lean over to Moop. What is the word slave? I don't know if I heard this word before.
So slave is basically someone who is forced to work with you against their will with no pay or compensation.
So,
Wait, aren't you paid in gems?
Well,
Wait, Moop's getting paid?
Yeah.
that's funny.
Anyways,
So,
Oh, the callbacks. I love it.
as you
Why did I hide that face? Other than the itching, that's just like one of the moments that just got me like that.
as you guys step inside, you first thing you notice is there's two very distinct portions of the town. The outer portion, which is closest to the wall, which seems to be basically a shanty town with shitty tents and like lean-tos and things like that. And then the intersection of the intersection of the city seems to be largely actual hard structures. Some of which are very exorbitantly like decorated still. In the pretty poor condition, but they're not destroyed.
Ooh,
Also,
interesting.
Paige,
yes.
roll a perception.
It's that /. Explain. I see the thing.
So, as
Right
you're
there.
looking around, you start to notice a shimmering in the air above the city. And as far as you can tell, you need to roll Thermology.
Yeah, probably.
oh.
Pace, roll. Etymology. Pass by 3.
So, as far as you can tell, the shimmering air above the city looks to be some sort of reactive barrier.
Okay.
Where this, unlike the barrier from the Guardian, where it's like basically a fuck you, nothing's getting in or out, this one only activates when danger is near.
Okay.
More than likely, there is some sort of controlling caster somewhere that goes, "Oh no, danger," and activates it, which is a fairly simple task, one that you, if they pass down how to activate, it's normally a simple like
A
end
complex
portion
spell
of a
with
spell.
it's a complex spell with a simple trigger.
Yes, and at
The
this,
thing is, you know what's going off sometime this session.
for the most part, as far as you're aware, these kinds of spells very complex, yes, to put down, but once they're down, they're a lot less energy intensive than, say, the Canterlot barrier.
The more surprising part is that it's still maintained that over instead of the fact that it is there.
Yes. So, what do?
I don't know. I don't really I haven't been to a city in forever.
Probably move towards this city center and see if there's a trade area.
Okay. So, as you guys are moving through, I will note that the outer shantytown is mainly like things like pegasi and griffins and like other creatures. You don't see a single unicorn until you actually exit the shanty section and into the proper like city itself.
Ah, yes. Lost memories. Racism is magic.
Like
Why do you think the memories are
destruction
lost?
and all that other shit.
So I will also, so for those that came from the cryotubes, it almost seems like they are pretending to still be in old Equestria. You see all kinds of you see all kinds of different like what's the word I'm looking for? Outfits and things that look way out of place in the wasteland. They're doing things like fine dining on foods that would admittedly be not even served in like low end restaurants in Equestria, but they're keeping up a charade.
Ooh.
This
Fancy.
reminds me of
Yeah.
before, kind of.
Kind of does too.
Brings back some weird memories.
I stare
Uh,
blankly.
Yeah, they
I'm,
probably-
while we're walking through this, I'm like visibly uncomfortable.
I will note
I
that
don't-
there is the occasional Pegasus, however, there is no non-ponies in this area, aside from the occasional overdressed griffin following around a unicorn.
Hmm.
You are
Oh.
getting a lot of dirty looks, by the way.
Let's see. We have
Hmm.
3 non-ponies.
I don't know if I've gotten looks like this back since we had that scuffle with some of the, what was that tribe called? I think it was the Tapahani.
Hey, Cyanax, you may want to consider ducking into an alley and shape-shifting into a pony real quick.
So,
I don't think they would recognize me.
I try to hold movements and as close if possible.
They can definitely recognize that you're not a pony.
I mean,
Probably some moves
Say,
around too.
say the barking in response.
To tell the truth, I think they would just see you as a unicorn with a weird disease.
yeah.
The term you
That's
are
the
looking
best.
for is weave warped. They would see Psy as a weave warped, which arguably is worse
Worse.
than
Worse than non-pony.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
Oh.
I would rather suggest it, Psy.
Because
Mhm.
weave warp are also known for things like spontaneously exploding.
Well, to be fair, so is Cyanax.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not
they
so
should be
much spontaneous.
It's
Those
only when I
explosions aren't
fail-
spontaneous.
Only when I fail my spells badly.
Which is frequent.
Apparently.
Apparently, because Dicebin hates me. I question: can I just pick without needing to go and get a sample? Can I just pick a random coloration and have a horn?
Don't you have any previous samples or something? I don't even know.
Yeah, I have some samples.
You can
Most of you
combine
guys.
colors and body shapes from other samples. If that's
Oh.
what you're
Alchemy,
asking.
but with DNA.
Because you're trying to appear like something, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to appear exactly like something. You will have to roll an intelligence check, though.
Okay.
So you're gonna
Yeah,
look
yes, I do.
semi like slashing.
Mm.
You could
Slashing with
combine
someone
slashing
else's
with, like,
colors?
you could do it with like AJ's colors.
Oh no.
So
I
how bad of
failed
a
by
fail is
2.
that?
By 2.
Okay, give me just a sec.
Yeah, I do plan on like going into a secluded area that I can change.
So you now have a scorpion tail and one wing. On top of looking exactly like slashing.
Uh,
Cyanide?
I don't think that's the way I want to go.
Cyanide,
I'm going to try again.
maybe not that.
Oh no, it's worse.
I'm completely baffled. How are you messing up this bad thing?
No, I'm thinking maybe you shouldn't have insulted us, mate.
Hold on. How about you just turn to slashing? We'll change your updo and completely hide the mark. Ponies can be the same colors.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab a sample off the slashing, and then I'm going to grab a sample off the petrol, and then I'm going to use those two to do my thing.
That's how you become an
Instead of
Alicorn.
Your love child?
So
God.
roll
Sounds
intelligence
terrible.
again.
Oh
Finally!
God, I
Finally!
passed by 1. I wish to have a horror no weeks.
Oh yes, this is true.
Yeah,
We
Ellis.
just reminded us of an important thing.
Yeah, Ellis, had you have failed that, you would have ended up becoming an Alicorn.
Oh, I know.
That would have been so funny.
That would have been
That
so
would
much worse.
be,
I want
Yeah.
to point out that this is an era that doesn't believe they exist.
So,
Exactly, so much worse.
Alicorn casually walking up the street.
So you have now successfully disguised yourself as Slashing Shadow, but with Vigil's colors.
yes.
Okay, so
She's a one-color OC now.
Slashing and Synax. I need you two to treat us like absolute shit. Treat us like we are filth. Everything we know so far, those weird looks,
Excuse
need that to happen.
So
Okay, I slap you.
No.
hold on, Clinker. Roll a
Area
roll a-
knowledge.
yeah at a -4.
Come on, don't fail me. That is a fail. Unsurprisingly.
Ouch.
Okay.
Is that a crit fail in this situation?
Well, no, my area knowledge is normally a 15.
Okay, so it's,
Also, I don't think
11.
15 is ever a crit fail. If I'm not mistaken,
It-
16 is.
there
the most
is a point where it becomes a crit fail, yes,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
because it is a modified skill of 5 or less.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't have any skills that are that low.
Well, I said modified skill, so it
Oh, okay.
accounts for if you have extra, like, fucking, what's it called?
You're trying to drive a tank without any vehicle knowledge
Yeah, that kind of shit. where you're-
in a firefight.
When I say like a -12 or something like that, crit fails are a lot easier.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you have no clue. But you do need to start looking for what you are here for.
Yeah.
I would also note that there is possibly information in the area that you might want to glean, so it would be worth checking that out as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, doing the
I
explore
should be looking around. Can a
for
pony or something walk around with me? I don't want to get harassed.
for Vigil. I want you to go ahead and roll a perception.
Let's pass.
So, while you were waiting for the disaster that was Cyanax attempting to combine forms, I will note that you said, yes, there are unicorns and Pegasi. However, the Pegasi aren't being treated quite the same as, say, the Griffins, who, for the most part, get ignored unless the unicorn they are following needs something. For the most part, Pegasi seem to be more of a working class level rather than the non pony creatures.
So not as much respect, but still a legitimate race or legitimate persons, I guess, as opposed to non-ponies.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily need to be treated like shit. However, the general consensus seems to be if they're non-ponies, they basically don't exist. They walk around ignoring them unless they need something.
Okay, so the zebra and the dragon, we don't have. We should ignore unless we have to have them do a specific thing.
I will also note that Sai is still filly-sized.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
Which now that I think about it, looks even worse because there is now a fully adult unicorn and an adult Pegasus and a fully unicorn and then non-ponies. That makes things look worse.
Would you rather be me going back to what they essentially would think as a
No,
hazardous
no.
Time
material?
bomb?
no,
Yeah.
that is just be a little careful.
What are you rolling for, Cameo?
Oh, I'm just perception. I'm looking around.
So, are you looking for something specifically?
Not really. Just to see if
Just lay of the
anything
land.
really sticks out beyond the racist shit.
Other than, the obvious attempts to pretend that their existence is not a lie, you do see several larger buildings further in, one of which is a very large circular one, the other two being towers. One of those towers being directly in the center of the city.
Huh. I think we should check out the tower.
Clicker, I will note that you do have information that you can attempt to share from the tribes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, give me a second.
Either way, we need to find a place to do trade. If we believe the big tower might be one of the better places, then I don't see why we shouldn't head there first.
We could just ask.
We could.
I'm not seeing anything super relevant to the present situation.
So, again, what do?
I guess we head towards the main tower.
Yeah, for now. Then if we get lost, we just ask around.
Okay.
I'm being
While
very
we're
careful.
walking in that direction, I'll try to ask a unicorn that's walking past us
Okay.
where we would do trade.
I'm going to be standing it close to Paige.
So,
I'm sitting close to one of the ponies. I don't want to run into any issues.
I think
Blanker, can you stand next to me?
I don't think that it would be anticipated for a Pegasus to have a slave.
I think that us just being around the unicorns implies that we're their slaves.
But the individual kind of stick out. Because it seems like the Pegasi don't... so much or the unicorns don't so much associate with the Pegasi.
Yeah, so moving this stick closely behind Slashing, whilst Clinker and I can sort of walk off to the side.
Yeah, that's probably our safest way of organizing ourselves.
Okay.
Probably a good idea.
So, for Paige, you are
Yes.
the nearest unicorn is what appears to be like a middle-aged-ish female unicorn wearing an oversized hat.
Hello.
She looks at you and says, "Well, hello there," in a very like posh type voice. You know, the one that's like obvious she's trying too hard to sound rich and fancy.
I'm off to the side gagging.
I pick up that. Hello. Do you know where I could do some trading?
She gives that like Karen titter, if you know what I'm talking about, and like flaps a hoof and says, "Of course," and like gestures towards the large round building and says, "Oh, it's just on the other side of the arena." At
Other
that
side of
point,
the arena.
she seems to catch notice of Sai and says, "What an adorable child," before
Yes.
I smile.
heading off to one of the other nearby buildings.
I don't like that woman.
I'm going to walk back over
Oh,
to Slashing real quick and just kind of mention, just keep in mind, these ponies legitimately believe that they are descendants of old Equestrian royalty.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to.
So
hmm.
they're gonna have that kind of pompous "I am better than you" attitude.
I
But
dealt with that enough in Canterlot when I was growing up.
I will mention, you might have an advantage because you do actually know real things about the old Equestrian Monarchy.
I think
Yeah.
that might actually be a disadvantage in some situations.
Now it's the best thing we've got.
Just try to play along.
Slashing some knowledge is better than no knowledge.
Okay, let's make our way past
If
the
we
arena.
need to,
Can we get a cloak for me by any chance? I feel like my
But
stripes
one
might dry.
other thing I will mention is, if we end up in an audience with their leader, do not mention Twilight.
Okay.
yes.
And
I would just pretend not to speak Punisher on them.
just don't
Not
question
that I
anything
care.
they say. Just don't try to, like, they're
Correct them?
they're gonna say things that are wrong, most likely. But if we try to correct them, well, bad things might happen.
So stay away from Twilight. Do not correct. This is gonna suck. Make our way towards the arena.
So
If we need to sell the hoity-toity, I can do it.
So, as you approach the arena, you move past the gate for it, and there's a sign saying, "Sign up for bouts. Rewards 7,000 bits for winner."
Oh, what kind of fight?
Ooh.
I'll keep that in a note.
Wait, they use bits here?
They believe they're descendants of the royalty, Equestrian royalty. I'm not surprised they use bits.
Yeah.
So, if Clinker would like to roll an area knowledge,
What kind of fight is it?
It doesn't have any details. It just says fight.
Do you think I should join?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking
Comment,
about
you
it right
would
now,
be
though.
joining as a slave of mine?
Mm.
But I still want to join. So long as it doesn't involve me being killed, we should probably make sure that it's not to the death first.
Okay, rolling area knowledge. Do you want that at a disadvantage?
Nope.
Okay. No, I just was drinking something and it went down the wrong way.
Okay.
So
That is a
That's a-
pass
that's a
by
pass.
6.
So you're aware that this is one of 2 factions that still use bits. Everybody else thinks that they're useless, but for whatever reason, the Flim Flam group and the New Equestrian Monarchy are obsessed with them.
Right. So, our only reason for obtaining bits would be to do trade with these guys here, or to trade with Flim Flam, which, I mean, I think we can all agree
So,
is not the
I
best.
mean, I could just add it to my collection. That'll be cool.
so the
Two
two
people
groups that would
who
have
try to
had
get-
unicorns as a part of them?
I guess?
You can roll an area knowledge at a -2 to see if you know more about Flim Flam.
That is a pass.
So Flim Flam is kind of a conglomeration of creatures. It just depends on how greedy they are. The more con artists, the better for their group. Seems to be the way that they do it.
Flim Flam aren't really made up of unicorns. They're kind of just whatever creatures happen to be the best con artists. Doing business with them is not the wisest of decisions.
It doesn't change the fact that there's unicorns as a part of them.
I mean, yeah, but still, doing business with them is not a wise decision. They are known for being con artists.
Like a way to swindle you and your grandmother at the same time.
So, do you guys want to continue?
Yes.
I want to see what is going on with the fight.
Okay, I will allow this detour and go with Nasa, or go over to where they are doing signups for the arena.
So there is a very bored-looking unicorn, and he's sitting, staring off into space at the moment.
Hello, good sir.
He looks up from his little table and says, and glances over at the rest of your group and asks, "So which one are you entering?"
I would like to see if my zebra could enter.
Oh my god.
He looks her up and down and says, "Lightweight."
Yes, is it to the death or is it normal?
He looks at Slashing and asks again, "Lightweight?"
But I would actually want to know what the rules of the match is.
Most of them are to knockout. The last one is to the death.
All right.
How in need of money are we?
It just crashed. There we go back.
We really do not need bits, guys.
Yeah, we have
Need-
good trade.
We really
Maybe
do
at
not
the-
need bits.
Maybe at the
Just
later
the
date.
train bits.
Yeah. I wish one of you guys had claws. This would have been so much easier if you guys had claws.
Well, I still got to fight there.
So, with this arena, what weapons are allowed?
The unicorn that is trying to. The unicorn that's doing the My brain is just
Sign-ups.
Yeah.
The
Thing.
clerk.
Yes.
the clerk unicorn that's doing the sign-ups shrugs and says, "The heavyweights get to choose whatever. The lightweights are hoof to hoof only, or claw, I guess." He
I,
I'm
uh,
really good at
I look back. I look back to
I'm really good
Nathar.
at this. I'm really good at this types of fight.
Let's not, guys.
It is risky, but I also can fight.
Leave. We don't need this. We don't need this at all. We have.
We probably
new
should move on.
intrepid. We have
Yeah.
better trading goods
Let's-
for these guys, anyways, and we
Yeah.
don't want to do business with Flim Flam.
Yeah.
If for
I'll
some
come
reason
back
this is
later to see if I need to.
He waves a hoof dismissively and says, "Sign-ups end a day, so if you're gonna do it, then do it later."
Okay.
And he goes back to like boredly staring off into the distance.
Yeah, so if for some reason they won't accept our gems, then we're gonna have to come back here.
Let's not forget we have magic items. We have the information object things that we don't
Tablets.
really need anymore.
Oh, the shapes.
The shapes, yes, the information shapes.
Pyramid and the
We don't want to
We
give
also
them
got
the
books.
mega spell lecture thing, but the other ones aren't really much use to us anymore.
I'm gonna try
Mm.
doing... Hold on just a sec. I do not know why the stream is throwing a temper tantrum right now. I just looked over and it says that it's not liking something. Anyway, let's continue.
okay.
It seems to be fun.
It says that
I gotta turn on the audio, but
it was trying to tell me that the stream health was poor. But so as you guys continue past the arena, you do start seeing several like fancy ass stalls with largely frivolous items, although you do occasionally see things like food and melee based weaponry.
Okay. I think I look through until I see something that that looks like a general store or general object store.
So
I need more
amusingly enough, there is an actual general store.
Okay, so I guess I head there first.
So once you get inside, the place is absolutely cluttered with all kinds of just random crap.
Okay.
For the store owner, it's actually a Pegasus, surprisingly.
huh. That's interesting.
He also looks old as dirt. And he's sitting there rolling a small round object around on the counter as you enter. What do?
Looks like this horde needs to be organized. This is kind of bothering me now.
Oh, what kind of stuff they have?
Hello, good sir.
He looks up and says, "Howdy."
Do you
There's
have
nothing
anything
here.
to protect against radiation here?
He sucks in a breath for a moment before stepping back into the back of his, like behind the counter, into a back room, and you hear the sound of things getting tossed around and rummaging and whatnot, and he comes back holding an amulet with a green gemstone set in it that is giving off a dull, like, almost cloudy glow. He says, I've got one of these. However, I don't really have very many of them.
Well,
What does that do exactly?
we could find out.
So he sets it on the counter and says, for the most part, all I know it does is you can walk through radiation areas relatively easily, depending on the type of radiation.
Could we
Magical or non-magical?
He shrugs and says, I can't tell the difference.
Slashing,
Okay.
do you think you could learn more if you analyzed the magic on it?
I would have to be able to have it for an hour.
Yeah.
Even then, it wouldn't be any guarantee that I'm able to get information off of it.
And not to mention that if we find out, he probably would raise the price on us based on what it is.
And is this all you have for radiation protection?
Says, I have 2 more. And
Two
that's
more,
it.
so 3 in total.
Yeah.
We could see if we can buy one, then go out, analyze it, come back, and if it's the one we want.
We can do that.
Or we can
Do
buy
they-
them all together
wait, do
in
they-
bulk.
Do they only protect one creature each?
He nods.
We're gonna have to find more in no matter what, so getting these 3 now means that we have to find less later.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I still.
Oh. Do you happen to have anything that will detect the radiation?
He shakes his head and says, no, sadly not.
Do you know of anywhere that does?
Anyone? I was about to ask that.
He rubs a hoof thoughtfully to his chin and says, not around these parts, but maybe in the, he waves towards the, I am remembering directions, back towards the,
Arena?
no, direction that you guys had been traveling from.
East.
Yes, that. He says maybe
Just came from there.
maybe in the direction of the Deus Ex Machina, but nobody wants to talk to them.
Hmm.
No one wants to talk to me either.
Oof.
I want to talk to you.
It's just sadly we can't interact like normal.
And for trade like this, do you accept a barter?
He says it depends on what it is. It's like a lot of things here don't really actually have worth compared to others.
This guy won't. This guy probably won't seem the information tablets or information shapes as interesting. They're more
No,
magical artifact.
okay, I would make the comment, the information shapes, yes, it is a magical item.
They
Yeah, but
wouldn't
the
be
unicorn will find it more
terribly.
interesting.
Yeah, they wouldn't be terribly interested in tablets because it's not necessarily magic.
It isn't magic, actually.
Besides, yeah, I know.
You said not
But,
necessarily.
Yeah,
But,
but there could be components, you know. Anyways, besides, I'm using them to like compile like a good set of them, just because they could. If they're completely repaired, then yeah, they're good selling.
So what do?
Let me just organize the
I'm
board.
currently attempting to stop Moop from organizing this man's shop before he gets suspicious of us.
That actually might get us like a discount or something.
I
Maybe
highly
we
doubt
should that. Fine.
I doubt it's
Do you
fair.
know how much of a struggle it is to get anything out of a horde that's messy?
Moop,
Dragon
do I
moment.
need to take you to wait outside?
No. Outside has been making me itchy.
Well,
Yes,
can
it
you sit
doesn't look-
still in here?
Ah.
Your choices are sit still in here or come wait outside with me.
Okay, I sit still.
I actually do have a question for the clerk. I'm going to ask if he has any like small tools for, well, just small tools that will help me work on fixing small components.
The
You'd be looking for like a soldering iron.
Yeah, maybe.
Pegasus raises an eyebrow and asks, "And what are you planning to do with those, little one?"
I pull out one of the broken tablets and I fix one of these.
I face hoof really hard.
The
Wrong part of the wasteland, sigh.
Well, they can still have tools.
Pegasus' eyes go wide as he
Wasteland.
steps back and says, "Put it away," and walks out from behind his counter to like look out the windows before shutting the door.
I put it away.
And I smack Sai on the back of the head lightly.
Ow!
Do you have any clocks?
He
I think he's more concerned about the thing.
he's
I want to hear what he has to say first, Nasai.
as he steps back
Sorry.
up to you guys, he says, "Don't be waving those around here."
I could have told them that myself.
So
Sorry.
Sigh.
I just wanted tools to fix them and sell them later.
He
We're not going to be able to do anything with those until we get to Deus Ex Machina. Which
He-
first we need to
he points at Clinker and says, "That one's right. You don't want to be caught with those around here, though."
No. No, we don't. And I don't know much about fixing things like that, but I have a bag full of tools, Sai.
It would need a lot more increment or small tools than what you would have access to, and some of the
Hey, old man.
tools.
Hey,
I have a question.
I have a bag full of clockworking tools. They're tools for fine, small work. Like
I
components.
would say,
small-
though, that you wouldn't technically be carrying a soldering iron, which is something...
No, that would be mostly the one thing that Sai would
And
need.
also, I don't think you'd be walking around with a lot of lead solder.
Why would you use leaded solder?
I still have
We're
a
not
lead
going to argue
pipe.
about what solder may or may not be better right now, Hax.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter, but regardless.
Hey, old man.
Would be pretty much the only thing that they would need.
Can I organize some of this place for you? Your hoard is a bit of a mess.
He actually seems to notice it says, "Keep your claws off my stuff."
Told you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna steal it. I'm just gonna organize. A messy hoard is a messy. Never mind.
It's okay,
I will say I will keep what I have away.
I still want to know if he has any clocks.
I'm
Yeah.
going to ask the clerk. So, are you from around here?
He shrugs and says, "I was originally a mechanist."
A pretty far distance to travel, but then again, we were also from the Mechanist area, so
How did a mechanist end up all the way out here?
random wandering.
I was directing that question to the mechanist page.
So he gives you the short of his story, which basically amounts to was captured by slavers, sold to slavery, and then won his freedom in the arena.
Well, we've had our own run-ins with slavers. I glare at Slashing in Vigil.
Wait, what?
You just missed it.
Ah.
Or a
Who
little
knows?
rundown.
What happened?
Would they be able to ask any questions? Or
Okay, actually, can I go outside? I need more dirt.
Why
well,
Why do you
then
need
I'm going to
dirt?
watch you while we're. Well, if you're going to go outside, make sure someone can watch you. The people around here aren't very friendly.
I know. It's just like my scales are burning right now, and I don't know why. I'm not even with the bubbles. Unless there's something in the air that I don't notice.
I will keep an eye on you. I will follow them out if they go out.
Is anybody going with them?
Oh God.
You know,
Vigil, could you
because
go
it
watch
would.
them? But then,
I mean,
Okay,
that was
you-
too.
I
those
think
two,
I have to walk out there just in case.
yeah. If they were
Okay.
seen without a unicorn, that would be extremely suspicious.
Yeah. I'll go out there with them.
I am covering myself with mad dirt the moment I get out.
So, for those still back in the shop, are you going to try and do anything else?
Well, we have to wait for Mope to get back in because she's the one that has all of our barter items before we can barter. But I'm going to just I'm going to just ask him generally what he thinks of the ponies here in the new Equestrian Monarchy.
He
Like from the perspective of formerly being a Tech Knight.
he shrugs and says, "Delusional."
Oh boy, I can agree with that.
He also notes that they don't have a king per se. They name someone a Prince Blueblood, and that person is normally figurehead. But he leans in close to you and whispers, "But if you ask me, the real one in charge is whoever lives in that tower." And he gestures out the window at the central tower.
Wait, so
Sounds important.
Blue Blood doesn't live in the tower?
He shakes his head and points to the other smaller tower and says, whoever the current Blue Blood is lives in that tower. Nobody ever really goes in or out of that tower that I've seen," he says, pointing at the larger one again.
Have you ever seen any creature go in?
He shakes his head. He also says that he's fairly certain that it's the source of the barrier, gesturing at the sky. Roll perception.
All of us? Or
You were the one who's being indicated to look at before the barrier.
that is a pass, yes.
So you also see the sparkling of the barrier around the city.
Well, I take it that's where we're trying to go next.
I'm currently outside the building.
I thought that Sai went outside. Hang on a second, who's where?
I'm pretty sure the three children went outside.
Yeah.
To quote Shrek,
Yep.
good question.
Oi! we need to get better about being confused as to where we all are.
Yes, and
Okay, so from my understanding, it was Sai, Nasa, and Moop went outside.
I said I was going outside, and I guess no one heard me say it.
I heard you
Well-
say it.
Oh.
I heard you say it, but then Sai went outside, and I just figured that if Sai was going outside, you wouldn't be, because we don't need both unicorns outside.
Yep.
that and it's better for the non-pony to stick with slashing for safety reasons.
Well, but
Yeah.
Wait, hey.
Okay, think about it this way: the child unicorn sitting around with the unicorns out, or the non-unicorns outside, or the adult unicorn sitting outside with the non-unicorns.
Okay, so Sai, are you inside or outside?
I guess I'll stay inside then. If
Okay.
Baby's gonna be out.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Good job, guys.
Sorry
Good
for
job.
confusion. Yeah, sorry for
Yeah.
confusion.
Yeah, okay.
We never claimed to be intelligent.
Oh no, I know that much.
Okay.
Especially not you, Petrol. Oh.
That's funny coming from you.
You're right.
Alright. So... I guess... My next question is going to be... So you say that you won your freedom in the arena. What happens in there, really?
He shrugs and says, "It depends on which weight class they put you in. Because it's kind of not fair to put, your average Earth pony up against a full-grown Minotaur."
Say you're in the lightweight category. What would happen if you were to win?
Speaking of which, where the heck is our Minotaur?
Minotaur is poo brain for the
Yeah.
this session and
Yes.
the next.
Oh, okay.
So
So he's like just lumbering behind the party.
I guess.
So
Yes.
the Pegasus describes, like, as far as he's aware, most of the time you just end up beating the tar out of a line of opponents until you get to the current champion. Last time he checked, it was actually a zebra.
Huh. That's
Wow.
interesting.
And
A zebra, you say?
That we're gonna have a hard time keeping
So-
this away from
so-
that. Cheers.
So, a zebra, you say? Can you give me a description, like a name or anything?
he shrugs and
Or-
says, "I can't pronounce it."
Alright then.
Could you spell it?
He looks at you and says, "If I can't pronounce it, what makes you think I can spell it?"
Yeah, this one isn't too intelligent.
Yeah.
I just figured maybe you'd read it somewhere. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna run outside and grab Nasa.
What?
Alright.
Don't
I'm
make
going-
that clear to the guy. Like, goddamn.
Yes.
Hey.
I'm going to go ahead and ask for the saw if there's any
My
quotes.
So I talk to the shopkeeper. So you know nothing really about the zebra, just that they're a zebra,
He nods.
right? Seems interesting.
been
Why,
recruited.
for a zebra to be out
I-
in these lands and to make it to champion seems
I've
interesting.
brought you back into the store now. Nasa.
I've been retrieved.
Do you think you could try to describe this zebra?
He looks at you funny and says, "It looks like a zebra."
I look like a zebra.
You are a zebra.
I know I said that out loud and I didn't realize I said it out loud.
What did we say about not being? What did we say about replying when you're not spoken to? Come on, you're a slave. You should know this.
I give a very harsh glare at Vigil that very much indicates that I am not happy with what was just said to me.
Vigil, I really don't think we need to bullshit with this guy.
No.
He
Oh,
Vigil,
worth
you
a
know I can
shot.
kick your ass.
he chuckles and points out the fact that he realized that you guys were faking that basically since you walked in the door.
Yeah.
Well, it was worth a shot just in case, because I don't know who in this place is going to not take that too kindly.
He
Yeah, and
he tells you that for the most part, as long as you aren't like trying to approach unicorns as non-ponies, then you should be, or earth ponies, you should be just fine.
So, Nassar, I was sorry, but it was just a precautionary measure, just in case.
Yeah, but Vigil, you should have realized that we didn't have to bullshit with this guy sooner.
I don't know. I'm trying to be cautious here.
How dumb are
Vigil?
you?
Vigil, I give you an IOU. As soon as we leave the city, I'm kicking your ass.
Hey!
Vigil, he literally said he was a mechanist.
Yes.
In case you didn't realise, I was gone during that bit.
He was. Just for a short period.
Be any chance
I was gone for like 2 minutes.
Good job.
do you have any
To
cloaks?
get your brain checked, Vigil.
He turns and rummages around and pulls out a fairly small but badly worn, still somehow overly exorbitant cloak.
Ooh, do you have any powder?
He,
To cover up the stripes?
That's
It's
not
just-
a bad idea.
Just something
Hey, we've got any
to
powder.
get them
That's
to stop saying
he arcs,
looking at me weird.
he arcs an eyebrow and asks, so you want her to look like an earth pony, which is arguably worse than looking like a
That's-
zebra.
That's probably not
No,
a
but-
good idea. Let's
Hey.
keep in mind that Arcanas kind of really hate Earth ponies.
Oh, yeah.
I think at this point I'm trying to drag the dragon back into the store.
I mean, you could always just pick the dragon up with telekinesis
Something to
and
just
levitate the dragon back into the store.
My stomach hurts.
If anything, the cloak might help with getting some of the eyes off of me.
He points out that more than likely they're staring and he points at Slashing. That one's naked.
I look over
Yeah.
at Sasha.
Actually, no, I'm walking around in my armor.
Yeah, Slashing is wearing Royal Guard armor.
Yeah,
I'm naked.
Vigil is also wearing Royal Guard armor.
He
no,
Well-
since when am I wearing Royal Guard?
he,
I was
he
wearing the flak
also
jacket.
Oh, right, you're
Actually-
wearing a jacket.
Yeah, I was
maybe
wearing a
not
flak jacket.
naked, but you're wearing something that does not belong in the area.
I don't have my bone mask
Well,
on, by the way. Not right now.
She is wearing legitimate old Equestrian Royal Guard armor.
Yes. However, are you guys guards of the area? And did you
No.
roll an intelligence check?
That is a pass.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, so passed.
The guard armor that you guys saw at the beginning, like for the guards, very different armor and way more fancily encrusted with useless things.
Yeah, way more unnecessary.
Yes.
So instead of the functional armor that I'm wearing, they're wearing
There
the dress armor.
Yes.
Yeah. As opposed to actual battle armor that was made for an ongoing war.
Mm,
So you have a unicorn that is walking around wearing armor that sticks out like a sore thumb in what is essentially a bunch of wannabe aristocrats
yes. And they could.
and a naked
Changeling.
child.
Yes.
So
Probably wouldn't be such a bad idea if we get just clothes for the two of us.
Hey, Moop, question, could you store the armor in your little pocket dimension thingy? Whatever it is?
I will note that
I couldn't even
all of the
store the
pieces are
Zumba.
too big.
Yeah.
Mm,
Look, I can't even fit my spear in there. What makes you think I can fit that in there?
I don't know. I don't know how your stuff works.
So
Okay, first of all, it's only twice my height, and it's not even twice the width.
Okay,
And the opening-
listen,
The opening isn't going to allow for armor to fit through.
Moop, I understand how, machines work. I understand simple machines and clockwork creations. I don't understand magic stuff. I especially don't understand dragon magic stuff.
I'm sorry. My stomach still hurts. But yeah, like I couldn't even put in the round thing before. If I couldn't put that in, what makes you think I could put in armor?
Wait, what round thing?
It was a giant round thing. But... You know what? Never mind. Never
I don't
mind.
remember this.
So,
Anyways, moving on.
Oh, I do have one last question for the shopkeeper. If that is something I can ask.
I
You
mean,
can ask the question. Nothing's stopping you.
I know you said you couldn't pronounce the Zipa's name, but could I try saying a name to you and you tell me if that sounded like it could have been it?
he shrugs and says, "Sure, why not?"
Kalalu?
He shakes his head.
What about Nissa?
He shakes his head again
Rosa?
and again.
Alright, thank you very much. That is all I needed from you.
Anyways, should we finish the? I'm assuming we should buy a few cloaks, and then the radiation gems would probably still be a good idea to pick up here.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to just leave the armor. It is useful.
That we don't have to leave it. We can, if we get the cloaks, we can wear it over the armor.
Is it just weird? Does that sound kind of awkward to
Or
anyone else?
you know, we could totally toss it onto
I do
you
want to
packs.
point out
Way too
that
big for me.
it's not necessarily Vigil wearing the armor, it's the unicorn that they expect to be in fancy clothing wearing the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. You mean the one?
You
wearing
just have to.
the-
You just have to carry it. You don't have to wear it.
I'm essentially in just what is in a padded vest. That's really all a flight
Mhm.
jacket is. It's a padded vest.
Yeah.
So that's
Again.
not that. That's not, nowhere near as fancy as Royal Guard armor. Padded
else was in
padded
guard
vest
armor?
to Royal Guard armor.
Only page.
guard armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so
Yeah, and the one wearing armor, and that's a unicorn. The other unicorn's just not wearing anything right now.
yes, the child is naked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Normally that would sound very bad, but in the context of this, it's completely fine.
Yes.
Yes, under normal circumstances, that would be a very bad thing.
I guess, yeah, if we just tie the armor into a bundle, then I can carry it.
Or maybe your pack mule if it's still around.
No, we didn't bring the pack mule in.
We definitely did
We
not
left
bring the
that.
pack mule into the city.
Fuck.
Okay,
Well, it wasn't
Petrol.
actually stated.
Petrol, I want you to think about how they would have reacted if we were driving a tracked vehicle made out of bronze through an Arcanus city.
Not just
They
any
probably
Arcanus
shoot us on
city,
sight.
You
probably
could just
one of
say
the
it
most
runs on-
racist ones.
Yeah,
You could just say it runs on magic.
I don't think they'd really believe that.
Yeah.
Okay, if any of the unicorns are even a fraction as sensitive as I am, they would have been able to tell whether or not it had magic in it.
I mean, okay, so, Petrol, the
Yeah.
best we could hope to do would be to pass it off as something the mechanists banged together, but given the fact that it's made out of bronze, they would probably be able to tell that it was something made by a clockworker. Because if it
Yes,
was
they
something
may be
mechanists would
delusional, but that
likely be
doesn't mean they are not. Up
They're
to date.
delusionals, not idiots.
Yeah, they're delusional, they're not dumb.
Well, I mean, I beg to differ
There
from
is
that, but
you.
sure.
Oh.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Wait a
smack
minute.
Vigil at this point and remind him, they know more about the wasteland than you do.
I mean, if you're talking to basically the rest of the party at this point, of the people present, you two would still work.
Well, okay, no,
Yeah.
it would go for all of you!
Yes. So, what do?
Well, we're gonna see about trading the
What do
trading
cameo
for.
left?
Oh no. Anyways, we'll be trying to trade off for
Oh no! Anyway.
Anyway,
two pairs of clothes for me and Slashing, and then those 3
Clothes.
amulets.
So
Oh.
he rummages around and comes out with a rather nice looking dress. If I could get a intelligence and perception check from Slashing at a -3 for both.
Intelligence, perception. I couldn't
Perception's
see anything.
Perception's bad. Ooh.
I'm
Isn't
smart
that
enough to know
normal?
what it is, but I couldn't see where it is.
Mm-hmm.
See anything specific.
So it looks very familiar. Almost like you've seen it somewhere before. And he sets it up on the counter next to the 3 amulets, and then brings out another smaller dress.
Okay.
And then he sits there, tapping his chin with a hoof before he says, "I think I could give you the dresses for about 200 bits, and then the amulets for 3,000."
Hmm.
He taps one of the amulets and says, "These are very rare and very valuable because,
Understandable.
Radiation."
Yeah, the radiation's very important to be able to negate.
Plonks gem on table.
I'll make the comment.
He slides the gem over and pulls out an actual jeweler's glass
I'm drooling.
as he examines it.
How many bits do we have?
I see a jeweler's
None.
glass and I'm drooling.
We have
We
no
haven't-
bits. We're bartering.
He
Honestly, more meaning as a sarcastic remark, but this still works, I guess.
after several minutes of turning it around in the light and looking at it, he says, "I can give you 250 for this."
Okay, so enough to pay for the dresses.
How many more of those gems do we have?
That's a good
Where am
I
question.
don't know. Cameo, but how many do you have left that you haven't eaten yet?
Or fed to other things.
Like
Yeah.
I
Twilight.
have 6 left, and I have 2 of the flash lights. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
those might fetch a
The-
pretty penny.
The enchanted torches.
Yeah.
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 But actually, try pulling out one of the torches. Let's see what he thinks of that.
Here you go. And I think I need to go back outside.
So he takes one of the torches and looks at it and says, 30 bits?
I
Eh.
say the keyword which
Ooh.
I believe was light.
Yeah.
He looks very unimpressed and says, "They have dozens of them in the tower."
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Darn.
it's one of those things where it was commonplace back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we'll keep those.
I just didn't
There we
expect
go.
it to be commonplace now.
Okay, it's only commonplace because of where they're set up.
I guess that's true.
Anyways, it pulls out the information cube.
He looks at that and... Which one was the cube?
The cube
It
was the
was-
god engines, I believe.
Yeah, the god engine
Okay.
was.
He pulls it out and rolls it around and then asks, "You mind?" Looking at Slashing.
I use the activation phrase. Remember it? It was a phrase, right?
No,
No.
those are buttons. Those are buttons.
Wait, it was
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
pressed the button on it.
Yeah, it's you don't want to use your telekinesis on it.
So he watches the recording and says, "This one's interesting. I'll give you 500 for that."
And then there was
The information pyramid.
well, that's the one we don't want to give them. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that
that's
we
what I
got
know.
I'm pretty sure that we found a sphere in the
And that
slave
one broke.
camp.
Yeah.
Wasn't the one that broke the one that was in the Malavant facility? That was an egg.
Oh, yeah, the egg.
Yeah,
And
that was the egg.
Yeah, and there was a sphere that we found in the.
Did we ever actually watch the sphere?
I am unsure.
I think we did, but I don't remember what it contained.
I guess I pull up the sphere.
So he rolls this one around as well, and this one has no obvious buttons. And he looks at you slashing and says, "You're gonna have to activate it."
I use my telekinesis on it.
Bad idea.
Roll an intelligence check,
Mm-hmm.
or actually no, a health check. That's what I'm
Yeah,
looking for.
that's what I thought.
Oh,
yay!
wow. Nice.
Yeah, fuck you,
So-
Nameless.
Fuck you, Nameless.
The orb glows for a brief moment before the image flickers to life. And is Nasa in the room?
Yes, I am.
So the first thing you are greeted with is the face of your father, as he is poking at the image and looks behind him and asks someone, "Is it working?" And he pauses, stands there for a moment as if getting confirmation before a unicorn that none of you recognize steps into the frame, and it broadens outwards to encompass an entire room that
Awesome.
basically overlays over the room that you are in, with some portions seeming to be cut off from size. And he steps towards a very familiar metal cage and an orb with a earth pony sitting strapped to a table just below it, and says, "Experiment number 1." As he pulls out a very similar looking book to the one that Nasa has been carrying around, and starts chanting in a language that everybody roll intelligence at a -9.
Oh,
Wait,
I
minus
does that include
9.
me by
I
any chance?
just passed.
By any chance, does that include me?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't pass.
Fail.
Damn it. So close.
Paige. No,
Nope.
Paige, did you? Oh, that's a fail by 1, isn't it?
-9?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm probably the only one that's closest to even understanding what's
Okay,
going
I
on.
have to make a comment. With the -9, I had to roll a 4.
So, none of
I
you
will bet
recognize the language, but the Earth Pony begins to contort and scream as green energy comes from both the Earth Pony and the gemstone set above his head, as it seems to basically rip out something from him, after a few moments, leaving nothing but a desiccated corpse, as the gemstone glows with a murky greenish black energy, and it is set into the cage.
I'm just going to quickly do a thermology check.
Oh, that's
Same. I pass.
I passed as well.
that's not what I remember
Go
reading
ahead.
about.
Go ahead
I have
and
Nasa.
roll a spirit lore as well.
Yes.
So, all three of you very quickly realize that this is probably like the worst that necromancy has to offer.
Oh,
Did he just distract his soul?
I believe that's the case.
And as you watch, he continues to chant as the limbs are attached to the what you quickly realize is one of the scarecrows. And as he finishes his chant, he closes the book, and the scarecrow wobbles forward for a moment before letting out an ear-piercing shriek, and the gemstone inside its torso explodes. He and the other unicorn look at each other, or he and the unicorn look at each other, and the unicorn asks, "What went wrong?" He says, "I am not sure," before consulting his book again. And with that, the image cuts off.
Oh, I think we'll keep that one.
I don't want anything to do with that one.
Are you sure, Nassar?
Just don't think that letting that fall into the hands of the unicorns around here is a wise decision.
You can decide what you wish to do with it. I don't want anything to do with it, though.
We could keep it so we can destroy it later.
Hugs
Yeah.
and saw.
I think we're all hugging Nassau right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm in
The,
the mix.
The unicorn, the Pegasus is running a hoof through his mane as he says, "Well, that's something you don't see every day."
No,
It's
no,
not.
you don't.
Is it though? We seem to. I mean,
Okay, we've seen a lot worse and a lot better, but this is a situation where
we have to be here to comfort our Zeeb right now.
The first time I saw Sean forever, and he is pulling the fillet out of helpless victims.
I'm going to tell the clerk that one is not for sale, and I put it away in my stuff.
Okay.
Mhm.
He shrugs and says, "That's up to you. If you got anything else, I'm willing to bargain."
Let's try the other gems.
Yeah.
Sure. Here you go. Try. I don't think they're that good, but here.
So he looks through them and says, after several minutes of looking at them, "I'll give you 750 for all of them."
I don't think we're gonna have enough.
I still have a lot of other stuff. We could try using those.
What about 850?
He raises an eyebrow and says, "Some of them are flawed. You can't get as much around here for damaged goods."
But they're still usable for magic.
yes, but if you want
Quality
a
is
properly enchanted object, you need a flawless gem.
He
okay.
points at Paige and says, "That one seems to know what she's saying."
Well, that's not surprising.
There's other stuff I have here.
I produced the copper
Oh.
rings that I made.
I still have the exploding collars. You see, this is why you need to be organized.
He asks, and what kind of exploding colors are they?
The
Well, they were
technological pulled
they
off
were-
of a slave from a slave traders.
They were made by an eccentric mechanist.
He raises an eyebrow and says, "Did they mention his name?"
I don't think they did.
No, they did
No,
not.
they
I would have kept
didn't.
track of
Why
it.
do you ask?
Would I've overheard it at all?
No.
Damn.
Why do you ask?
I have my reasons. Let me see him.
I hand over one of them.
He examines it for a moment before heaving a sigh and slamming his face into his counter.
You okay?
He looks up, heaves another sigh, and says, "I'll be fine."
Let me guess. It was someone you knew.
It's someone I'm related to.
Oh.
Oh.
Can't tell if that makes things better or worse.
I can't tell.
I'm assuming some of his stuff makes its way into your shop on multiple occasions.
Every so often, normally attached to someone.
I just assumed so.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He's had a strange fascination with things that go boom ever since he was a kid, and doesn't
I
seem,
mean, I did too.
he doesn't seem to have any qualms to who or what it gets attached to. He turns the collar inside out and lifts the innermost layer of it, and you can see that it's been lined with nails that are very short nails. Normally wouldn't be much of a problem, but the fact that it's also lined with C4 underneath that would be a problem.
C4. Oh no.
Oh, well,
Oh,
it's
no.
a good thing that I have the keys to those and stuff and keep them far away from people.
He covers it back up and says, "It's always a 50-50 on whether it works, but when it does work, he has no idea what restraint means. Or
Yeah.
moderation. Or leaving anything alive. Last time I saw one of his collars detonate someone, it detonated the 4 other people around him, too."
Ah,
Ooh.
it's a good thing we weren't planning to actually use them.
And they had, what, 4 of those things on the Malavant?
He does
Yeah.
kind of undersell them.
Actually, more.
How many? You know, it was 4 on the Malavant, right? Or was it 5? No,
It was 4.
It was 4.
It was 4.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. It's just because I'm looking at my things. I got 5 of them. And I keep forgetting.
That one of them was
Slashing
on
also had one.
slashing? Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like, Vigil makes sense. Slashing, I don't know. That just doesn't make sense
Hey.
to me.
Oh, we also have that.
Speaking of which, pulls out. Why don't you pull out the anti-magic ring?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right here. I also have wing cuffs and the ankle cuffs. But I don't know if you'll be into those.
He takes the...
That phrasing!
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What, are you going to save them for Vigil?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
We're
mean-
gonna save it.
No.
But he examines the ring and says, "This one's interesting. I could get a pretty decent price." He says, $1,500 for the ring.
So we've got, what, $750 for the gems, $1,500 for the ring, so that's $2,250, so we're, what, a little less than 1,000 short? $950 short?
Just about. Maybe he's got something we can
Moop, you could try
do
the
for
pen.
him.
You could try the pen.
Which pen? I have over 30 of them.
Well, I was talking about the fancy one that we found in the place.
The one that the
one
slavers
with the
said
place
would be
and the
valuable.
thing.
I'm making sure to not mention the name or the description of the place where we found it in front of anyone
Okay.
here.
Yeah, the ones that we attempted to use as barter in the past and was seen as valuable here.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that wasn't Listen, I have multiple fancy pens, okay? Look. 1, 2, 3,
The one
4,
with the skull.
The one,
5.
the one with the cool skull thing on it.
Oh, you mean the one I'm saving in my... Oh, no, I don't want to give that one up. Look, I got 30 other cool pens. Like, look, they're very fancy, very well made.
Yeah,
You,
but
you
that
don't
one,
need this gold pen.
that one's probably the most valuable around here.
But it's my pen. I'm okay and willing to give up the other ones. This one's mine.
I pull out my weird gun that I found, the laser gun.
Oh,
You
yes,
see
weird
his
gun.
eyes light up like a kid in a candy store when he sees that.
Ah,
And he
yes.
asks,
That was a
where did
laser
you
gun
find
to
that?
a mechanist.
So how much for this?
He
He asked where you found it.
Oh,
Go ahead.
in a facility in the Everfree.
He looks at you, looks at the gun, looks at your party, looks at the gun, looks at you, and then asks, "You went where?"
I ask myself that same question every day, man.
Our
We've
party
even been
works in
into
mysterious
the-
ways.
We
He-
even
he-
been into the pits of sorrow.
I am still shocked at
okay.
the fact that we're alive, and half the places that we've been, I don't even understand how we've been there.
He looks at Sai, and then like slowly like runs a face from his forehead down, like just runs.
mean a hoof?
It runs his hoof slowly down from his forehead down his face as he looks at you, and says, "Next, you're gonna tell me you were in Canterlot."
Oh yeah, we actually
Yeah.
were.
Yeah, we're.
Also, would you believe me if I told you that we found the facility by accident because I face planted into it?
No, that
We
was
didn't
No,
go to
that was
Canterlot.
that was a
That was
different
a different
facility.
That was a different
Yeah.
facility. That's the facility we're not talking about. Vigil, shut up.
He kind of sits back, almost disappearing behind his counter, as he's like, "I think I've had enough today."
Oh, we've been many places.
We've been to many places, and somehow are still alive.
Magically.
Yeah,
No, we're just gonna chalk it up to luck, okay?
we've been places I didn't think were possible to go to either. Then I started hanging out with these guys, and now I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, his whole perspective's been flipped on its head.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I think
lean
he's-
in, kind of
I proudly hold up the picture I drew.
and say, "So, tell me, what's your opinion on the existence of alicorns?"
He looks at you with a "Are you serious?" kind of look, and then looks at your party, and then looks at you
Holding up
again,
the picture.
and says, "I want to say they don't exist, but I feel like you're going to try and tell me otherwise."
I believe
Yeah.
the same thing for
I
17
waved the
years of
picture.
my life with the Clockworkers. Then, after, like 2 weeks with these guys, we walk into Canterlot, and we fucking meet one.
An almost dead one, but
To
Yes.
be fair, half of her face was missing.
Her organs were missing. She was nearly dead. I got pictures. I got so many.
She was man-up deprived.
Yeah, it was a weird situation, but oy,
I got
And-
this one.
apparently,
This one.
according to these guys, Celestia and
This
Luna
one?
exist.
He,
Yes.
he takes a moment to like process this, and as he stands up, he mumbles something along the lines of, "Next, you'll tell me something actually lives in the pits."
yeah,
Only two
we're
things.
just gonna leave it there.
Oh boy.
He shuffles around under his counter and plonks a bag in front of you, and it's like, "I've had enough of this today, take this and head off. Go, shoo. And
Thank you,
he
sir.
pushes over the dresses. And
Okay.
as he like heads back to his back room, you can hear him muttering something crazy people.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Just about right.
Hey, at least we didn't say we were from Old Equestria.
Oh, we could.
Oh god, if you heard. Well, I mean, technically,
I wonder if
he
you
wasn't
heard
there
that.
with me, but the rest of you guys.
Oh my god. Okay, so can we check what's inside the bag real quick?
I would really appreciate if whoever is running their car outside like that would stop.
Right.
Running who-
Looks at the
what?
bag that I'm assuming is filled with bits.
Yes, the amount agreed upon for the stuff that you sold him that didn't include the price of the dresses.
Do I have a cloak now?
Yes.
I have a cloak.
I put on the dress.
I assume he took the amulets back with him.
Yes.
Oh, or he did.
Yeah.
You
Figures
guys didn't
we'll have to
get
get back
enough
to it.
for the amulets, and you kind of ran
Broke
out
him.
his capacity for crazy for the day.
We'll have to come back tomorrow.
I don't think we're going to be coming back
Toady
here.
callers.
Or if we do, he's going to shoo us out as soon as we walk through the door.
We will have to find more bits though if we want to get anti-radiation amulets.
Yeah.
And I'm
What was
still not convinced that the tournament, the fight, is a good idea in any capacity.
what was the reward for the tournament?
7,000
75.
bits.
It's,
No, 7,000.
I still really
So-
think it's a very bad idea.
I still want to know what the zebra who's at the end of it is.
Also, hang on a second. Very clever, Nameless. The amulets are 1,000 each. There are 7 of us. The reward is 7,000 bits.
Yes.
I think that
Very clever, Nameless. You're
I think
very
we-
funny.
I think
He
the
doesn't know what you're talking
indication.
about yet.
I think the indication is that we should probably go to that fight.
Yes, this is the party picking up on the DM's hint for once.
Yeah.
I don't know what is compelling me, but I feel compelled to say that it might be a good idea to do.
I have
That's
no
how
idea
to-
what you guys are talking about.
Exactly.
Sure.
I guess the Saw's going to be entering into the fight.
Do you feel like you're up to take part in the arena?
I've been practicing for a long time. You may not have known all of the times that I was out, but I snuck out quite a few times to practice.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's only Nissa's been asking for a reason to use her fighting style for a while, and it's only like that just happens to line up, and the champion just happens to be a zebra. Yeah, it's almost like Nameless meant for.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
Though I will say, it was kind of hard to hide from you out going out into the woods and then picking fights with random animals.
Or the hunter.
That was the only one you caught me with.
That was still the stupidest thing you've ever done, Nissa.
Hey, I won fights against every other one.
But you picked to
Okay.
fight with the spell spawn known for killing spawn hunters.
Okay. How would she know this?
Yeah.
Oh, right, I keep forgetting you guys don't just know these things.
I also want to point out though that the hunter is a big black beast with abnormally large claws and a skull face.
That she also watched kill a spawn hunter we had met previously.
I started to try to pick the fight before I saw that,
Yeah.
I think. Anyways, I think it might be necessary that I enter into a fight. I do want a little bit of more information, like what the name of the zebra is. Could be useful.
Could be useful.
I
Yeah.
wonder who might know that information. It's almost like somebody has to sign people up.
Let's
Yes.
go
Yeah.
ahead and do the sign up then.
I put on my little dress.
I put on my cloak.
Okay. So, you guys travel your happy asses all the way back to the arena entrance. Same unicorn is there, looking bored. Although there is not a unicorn, a Pegasus standing next to him with a fairly large bottle in hoof.
Yeah, let's see.
So, what do?
So about those sign-ups.
We would like to do the sign up, but would like to have some questions answered about the current champion of the lightweight.
He pulls out a paper that had been rolled into a scroll and tries to roll it without letting it roll out from under the table. And after several minutes, he says, "Quado Yachuma?"
Kormajuna?
Yachuma.
Gachuma.
If you listen carefully, can you go furiously typing?
Shish. I don't know if that name sounds very familiar. Either way.
I guess I'll go ahead and sign my zebra up for the lightweight division.
See, give me just a sec. Trying to do the thing for... I was in the wrong chat on this. There we go.
Also, we'll be right back.
So, the entry fee is 15 bits.
15 bits. I put the 15 bits out of the pull 15 bits out of the bag and put it on the table.
Yeah. So he takes the bits and writes the name down and tells you that the fight starts, like the first fight for her will start at noon tomorrow.
Noon tomorrow. Okay.
But do we have a place to stay?
Other than outside, no.
Would there be a good place for us? Is there a place nearby for us to get lodging?
He gestures to a building that you can see not far, that it's taller than most of the others, but it's not as tall as the tower, and it's near the central tower.
Okay. I guide the party towards the place.
So once you get there, it looks like a fairly standard like hotel from before the time that you guys were in trapped in cryopods, and
Oh, I've never seen a hot tub before.
while still being badly worn with age, they still manage to keep it in enough of a good condition that it doesn't look like it's about to fall over.
Okay.
So, what do?
We should probably get the room.
Yep.
Attempts to get to room.
So when you get inside,
I prefer
go ahead.
having a place to dig. And
I
yeah,
can make a pile of dirt for you in the room once we get there.
no, it's not that. Remember how y'all were talking how this might be molt.
Yeah.
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 The indigestion is heavily suggesting that too. I'd rather not go inside a building that I can set on fire.
Okay, so we're gonna have to have a group that stays outside the city for you to take care of that, or do you want to?
In other words, Moop is going to turn into a living furnace.
Okay, some of us
I
has to
just
stay with her in probably
need
the
to
shanty town portion of town.
Well, where I belong, so let's go.
It would make sense that me and Slashing stay together.
And
Yeah.
that Nassau stays with you.
Yep.
And therefore, there's Clinker, me, and Moop down in the shanty.
Or, I mean, we could stay outside of the town for the night, where, you know...
The entire party can stay together, but with the downside of the threats of anything that's outside the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the risk, is the danger of everything outside as opposed to inside of the town.
I'm sorry, guys. This is. I've been holding it in a lot. It's a really bad feeling.
It's bound to happen at some point.
So, what is the order of business?
I feel like
Slashing.
yeah, they should go up to find lodging in the more unicorn-based area, whilst Clinker, Moop, and I should go down to the shanty area to try and look for lodging there.
Okay.
Well, we need to take some of the bits.
How much
Yeah.
do you hand off to them?
Considering you guys will be in a working class area, you're not going to be paying a lot.
Yeah, a couple hundred should do it. I can't imagine that we'll be spending more
Get-
than 30 to 50
Get
on
the
lodging.
535. Leave the 2K with them.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you guys are splitting up money and heading out, I'm gonna start with the ones staying in the upscale area. So, when you get inside, there is a very crotchety-looking old unicorn sitting at the check-in desk.
Hello.
She rolls her eyes and looks at you and says, "What do you want?"
Lodging for the number of ponies staying with me?
She
3.
she looks at the three of you and says that it's 150 a night.
Okay. Pulls out the 150 for this night. I'm assuming per room, or
she tosses you a set of keys and says, "Enjoy your stay," in a very sarcastic tone of voice.
okay. The heads towards the room that I just paid for.
So the room is actually fairly decently furnished, all things considered. There's 2 beds, as well as a smaller room with a straw mattress and a separate bathroom.
Okay. At the height of
Okay.
luxury, but it's better than we've been dealing with pretty much
Since
since
you
we left
started.
Cantalat.
So, what are you gonna do? There's also a balcony, by the way.
I will look out at the balcony. On the balcony.
So go ahead and roll a perception.
I don't see.
Good job. Anybody else gonna do anything?
I will try looking out the window.
I think
Do you see?
I do have the ability to see.
That is the exact same roll.
I think I purposely sit
Yes.
with Argo, so I'm assuming I'm going to be looking out the window.
So go ahead and.
I actually do see.
So the
Oh,
If that roll was exactly the same, something would have to be up.
Mhm.
yes.
So for
That
the
happened.
for the two of you, when you look out the window, you notice something seems to be moving around the base of the tower. However, it has gotten rather dark since it is getting to be later in the day. I will note that it's dark earlier than it should be, but it is still getting to that like nighttime. It was.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yes. My color blindness fails me once again.
But you don't remember being colorblind.
Exactly. Nobody knows.
For the other group, after several minutes of wandering through the shanty town, you find a slightly larger building than the rest that seems to be mostly in one piece, aside from the hole in the wall. That seems to be some sort of like shared living space of some sort.
It's only in one piece except for the giant chunk missing.
Mhm.
That chunk is actually currently being used as the door had something land on it.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean by something land on it?
There's a fairly sizable chunk of stone that has collapsed the section where the door is.
Isn't it in the shape of a minotaur?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, our Minotaur will be with you guys.
Yes.
So, what do?
We've stolen inside and up to the what would presumably be the front desk or something of the sort.
So, there is a small table with a rather bored looking griffin sitting at it.
I want to imagine like a plastic folding table.
Like a $20 table.
Yep. $20 Walmart table.
And the room's floor is basically lined with mattresses. He's.
So it's a hostel.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds like it.
He looks at you and asks, "What do you want?"
How much for 4?
5
For one
each.
night. 5 bits.
Yes. What else do they use around here?
No, I just thought I thought it would be more, but maybe you're okay
He
with that?
looks at one of the mattresses as a centipede crawls out from under it and says, "Do you really
Right.
want to pay more for that?"
You make a fair point.
I'd hope not.
Are there any to the outside that we can take?
Say that one more time.
Is there any like close to the quote unquote door that we can take?
He shakes his head and says, "Only ones left are over there," and he points to a far corner of the room, which I will note looks like the sturdiest corner of the room as well.
Oh look, you guys get a free upgrade.
Shut up, Sai.
I just need a spot to dig.
I guess we'll take it then. So what's that, 20 bits?
Yes. And when you guys get over there to actually sleep, the floor is actually made of dirt. There is no solid foundation.
Well, I guess that's the bonus and it's not flammable.
And like many of the buildings here, it seems to be largely plaster and stone.
I start digging. And just is anyone super close to me?
I mean, you were in the same building as everybody else, so
I learned my lesson.
No, I'm talking about like
I'm standing away from where the dirt is gonna come flying out. I learned my lesson last time.
it's
I'm
not
near the
that.
hole.
It's
not
because
there.
yeah, no, with the whole indigestion issue, the fire doesn't go far, it more so launches me into the air.
Yeah, I learned my lesson with the last time you were digging. I'm staying well clear of the opening of where you're digging.
Moop, it's fine. We can catch you.
Please catch me. I'm already in the air right now.
But we'll at least give it a good shot.
okay. So, I believe that it is the time for characters to do the sleep.
Yes.
Sleeping with indigestion is actually, especially bad indigestion, that's actually genuinely hard to do.
Yes, I am aware of this, actually.
Sad but true.
So, do you guys do anything over the night at all?
Try and make sure bugs don't attack us.
I mean, I don't think they would want to be near a fire source.
Actually, I've just realized that's better for me because of the whole insect thing.
I hope that you guys don't end up with hay bugs.
It's fine because you're not here.
But shut up.
The thought doesn't push me off. I think I try to sleep near her.
Yeah. I do too.
I have to roll now. Moop.
Huh?
What did
Just
you
roll
roll
to catch.
for?
No, that was more or less just to see if I was going to do another fire burp, or if I'm just going to be like kind of burning and itchy.
But that's a 15, so I'm
That's
presuming
not
you're in the air.
fine.
Oh, okay, that's good.
No, right now I am just itching and burning.
Okay. So,
I don't know if this will actually end up waking up anyone else, though.
Wait, I know.
So,
I mean,
I guess that means we won't get.
an actual mattress on the ground is presumably more than I would be used to sleeping with my tribe. So I'm perfectly fine. I'm just going to sleep.
I would point out that majority of you would be fine with it by now because of the fact that you haven't had anything more
Yeah, like-
than the ground for a while.
Compared to our normal sleeping arrangements, this is nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm long passed out already.
Okay. It is now morning. What do?
I am knocked out on bed. I'm not even in hole.
I checked for any bugs on me.
Roll perception. By how much?
I 1.
You do not see anything.
That's a relief.
You may want to check your undercoat. You could have ticks.
Oh no.
So,
Ch-
what are you gonna do?
I guess I should check there then.
Yeah,
Like, give a full inspection of the coat to make sure there's nothing on me.
Roll at a -1.
That's a pass.
You do not see anything.
Good. Well, somehow anything's going to be sticking to Moop. Everything would have been going away in fear.
Also,
So go ahead and-
scales.
Go ahead and roll another perception.
What?
Who roll a possession?
Possession? I'm sorry?
Perception.
Hang on a second.
Since when was I like that?
I said perception, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who Nameless?
You.
Even better pass.
So, you don't have passengers, but Clinker does.
Oh,
What
no.
form?
There's a fairly sizable centipede hanging from his mane.
Yes, Vigil, I can tell that you want to say something. Where's the
Clinker,
bug?
check your main. I'm not going anywhere near that thing. I'm terrified of them.
I kind of just, like, flick my hoof through my mane a few times. Did I get it?
Yes, I will note that it is several inches long.
Yeah. If it falls on the ground in front of me, I just stomp on it with a hoof.
Okay. So,
I literally just shivered in real life at hearing that.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Like, completely out of shiver from that.
Vigil, we see bigger bugs than that in certain areas of our territory all the damn time. I'm not really concerned about it.
I think you forget how I am with bugs. You remember Cyanax?
yeah. But I don't care.
Wait, but I do.
Yeah, okay.
uh,
Grow a spine, Vigil.
shut
For
up.
this instance, an exoskeleton.
Let me sleep. Shut up. I will throw a bed
I'm
at
gonna go over and check on Moop. Moop, you okay there? Or, well, I can tell you're not okay, but what's wrong?
I couldn't sleep.
I will note for those that were talking about it in the chat that, yes, those kinds of insects are the type that would make you very sick for trying to eat them.
Wait, this is poisonous. I know they're venomous, but I didn't think they were poisonous.
Last I checked, eating them is still not a very pleasant experience.
Well, most
Is venomous?
venom doesn't generally affect you if it's ingested.
Yeah, venom is most part safe to consume. It's not poisonous.
Or am I thinking of the millipede?
I thought there was millipede.
If you're talking about a giant desert centipede, which is what I'm assuming you're talking about, the big, long, red ones that have the really painful bite, I mean, for one thing, one would have to, like, actually climb up a horse's leg far enough to get above their hoof before it could even try to bite, and I question if it would actually have the bite strength to get through a horse's hide, because horses have really thick hide that's kind of hard to pierce. So, it wouldn't really be that much of an issue for a horse.
Apparently, I just checked. Apparently, centipedes, as long as you like rip off the head and its pincers, it's actually pretty safe to eat.
Answers that question. I guess I was thinking of the millipede.
I just crushed it.
Like, I would advise it, but you can do it.
I'd imagine they don't taste good, but
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine.
Bugs usually don't.
I mean, shrimp and other things like lobsters and such, crabs, those are basically just sea bugs.
I ate a cockroach in game before. I don't think you guys understand how low my standards are for food in game.
Yeah, you see, the dragon would be able to just eat it regardless. But, okay, can we move on from talking about eating the bug?
Yeah.
I mean, we did eat a bug before.
We're moving on!
Everything is in pain.
Okay, is there anything we can do to help with it?
The only thing I could think of is like dumping me in lava, but we're nowhere close to that.
Yeah, that would be a challenge to get to.
Unfortunately, we still have stuff to do. So for now, Moop looks like you're going on my back.
Yeah, that maybe I. Well,
Because it seems like you're not walking right now.
I just hope she doesn't set your mane on fire.
I will note that she does have a strange, raunchy, sulfury kind of smell.
Well, we'll get used to it.
You.
It's no worse what this current building smells like.
I mean, given present company, which I will note, there are still quite a few ponies asleep, as well as other creatures. They kind of have a collective stench of brown.
My point.
Yeah, I really just, I think that we're getting to the point where we're starting to not care about smells all that much.
Yeah, so I carefully pick up Moop and place her on my back.
Moop, just try to direct any fire burps or the like upwards as opposed to into Vigil's mane.
I'll
Get
try.
away from things.
That's why I said upwards.
So for the other group, it is also morning. So, what do?
How did you all sleep?
I slept okay.
I haven't slept like that in a long time.
Do you want to talk about what we watched yesterday?
No, I don't want to talk about what we watched yesterday. Thank you. Excellent question.
Yeah. We should leave that alone.
Okay. If you need to talk about it, I'm here.
I'll talk about it later. I don't want to talk about it right now, though.
Okay.
And I'm here for you.
So,
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and see about getting a bath.
there is a place in the bathroom for a tub, but the pipes are not exactly the nicest looking. And on
Does it-
attempting to use it, it does produce a grayish colored water.
I sniff it.
What time
It
is it?
smells really stale.
Yeah. It's better than nothing.
Hold on, what time is it? Because I think my fight is at noon.
The fight is at yes.
It's roughly what would be considered 8 in the morning.
We get time. I'm gonna take a bath first.
Okay. So,
Hey,
Not like a deep bath, but one I can just wash myself in.
You gonna transform back into normal form to do that, or are you gonna just stain your coat gray?
I am going to change into my normal self because, well, we're a private. I would like to get the dirt off.
okay. And before we go any farther, I think it's a good time to take a bit of a quick break, a bit of an intermission. And I'm going to go ahead and remind the audience, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and all of the general YouTube stuff. While those that need it can go grab some water and food or whatever. Bathroom break.
Please don't drink the gray water.
make sure any water you drink is potable.
Grey water is a very bad thing to drink.
Yeah, generally.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
also going to take this opportunity to go pee, so I will be back.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. I think that's going to be the majority of us.
I will also be right back.
Also,
I'm going to do the same.
Paige, I think I sent you.
Yeah.
I found that I sent it to a few people.
Yeah.
It's so. Actually, I might as well be back in a minute too.
Everyone has disappeared.
Oh no. There's no one around but us.
There's
So we
no
have-
one around and your phone is dead.
Oh,
Out of the corner of your eye you sputter. Nasa si Priya. God, I can't say my name that quickly. Okay, do think we used another day ration, so I should quickly change the.
Okay, I return.
Are you sure?
on the first one's return.
I am now joined by my cat, who insisted on following me upstairs.
New party member?
Well, you're not
I-
far off, but he's not going to be here for a while. A few days. He should actually be able to show up next session.
Oh,
Oh, good.
well, no. Might be able to show up next session if he has access to internet.
Yeah. But,
My cat's doing cat things.
of course your cat's doing cat things. I'm just
What
waiting
does
for him
the
to
cat
sit on
do?
your keyboard.
Oh no, she doesn't get up at my desk, fortunately.
Okay. Let's see. And
You're doing it.
who are we still waiting on?
I don't know. My cat is insane. Yes, hi.
Oh, by the way, Nameless, you need to add a few more things to the trip.
I think that the one that I have it's probably at capacity because I keep adding things to it and it doesn't add them. So I may need to go through and trim out some of the images.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
It could be useful.
Who are we still missing?
Alright, well I'm gonna go ahead and put my cat back outside of my room before we start.
Okay.
I was thinking of making cameo again, what she said. Yeah.
I just listen as the wild hack talks to himself.
She was none too pleased about being booted from my room.
Yeah, we could hear that.
uh,
We heard all of that.
yep.
Boot the cat by talking to yourself.
In fairness, I
So-
was talking to the cat.
Wait, Ellis and Cameo.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I should take this opportunity to let y'all know that I have actually recently opened a Patreon. And if you are interested in supporting me and the channel, one of the rewards for the higher tier, starting at the $5 tier, after the session you will get a chance to talk to some of the players after we do our usual debrief, and you'll get to hear some of their thoughts and weigh in with some of your own on the events of each campaign. So whenever Hax decides to go off on wild tangents trying to figure out what the hell is going on in the campaign, you get to be a part of that.
Something that happens with decent frequency.
I think it's pretty much after every session.
It
Yeah.
usually ends up
Yeah, a little bit.
with me like on for half an hour about random science.
You will also get lectures about various things from both me and Petrol.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more like
we both
arguments.
argue with useless shit.
It's like 70% me, 30% petrol, maybe 80% me, 20 petrol, but they're both of us sometimes.
For the $10 tier, I will also read off the names of the Patreons at the end. We haven't gotten the graphics set up yet for the other two tiers, but that will be put up as well. And all of that'll go to like helping me make sure that I can support
Do
myself
this.
and continue to do this. There's also the question of in the far future that I might be able to open a third campaign. Oh my.
Ooh.
We will see how that works out, though.
At that point, your life is just going to be it's just going to be DMing.
I mean,
Right.
I'm not mad about that.
That's not a bad place to be.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I know it's a bad place, but it's just goddamn okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
So
back.
we're just waiting
Hey.
on Cameo.
Third campaign. Boy, we'll have to find more editors.
Yeah, probably. I mean, at this rate, we're already looking for more editors.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, not fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was bad joke.
So if anyone watching has decent editing skills, hint, hint.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm just like abducting random people for editing purposes is gonna work out.
Not.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I got my bowl of food.
Okay.
What an what an entrance!
Perfect entrance cameo. Perfect.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started again. You guys are all outside the hotel, and it is fast approaching the time of the fight.
Fight!
So, are you guys gonna head to the arena?
No, we're gonna walk the opposite direction. Yes, we're coming to the arena.
I
I
would
wasn't-
assume I'm going to go to the arena.
I need to make sure so that way I don't end up assuming you guys are going somewhere when you changed your mind.
Paige, let's keep in mind which party this is.
That is true.
I mean, would it really be out of the question that we would actually end up walking the opposite direction?
Squirrel.
Yes.
Our party went to a squirrel.
Yes. To be fair, if Nameless said that there was a squirrel in the street, we would probably follow it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
we haven't
50-50
really seen
chance,
squirrel.
actually.
I wouldn't. I can't walk.
So, you guys have arrived at the arena, and Nassau has been shuffled off into a subsection. I'm assuming everybody else is going to go and find seats.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay? So, Nassau, you are shut into a small dark room, and after several minutes, you hear the sounds of chanting and cheers as the floor below you begins to lift up. And several minutes later, you are greeted with the bright light from above as you're lifted up and into the arena. Your current opponent appears to be a young Pegasus male.
Oh boy.
And the announcer calls out names and whatnot, and then just yells, "Fight!" And the Pegasus dives for you.
Alright, I'm going to try to touch.
Okay?
Oh, I pressed wrong button. You didn't see anything.
There's no time to load.
Okay.
Alright. I am quite certain that is probably enough to touch, right?
It is actually in your character sheet.
Oh,
You're lightweight right now. Like, you have nothing on you. It is just your body. Because you don't wear armor.
oh okay. I am very much able to touch then.
Okay. So, Are you going to attempt to retaliate now?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to punch him.
Roll the hit.
I think that hits.
Okay.
If you get what I mean.
So, as you
Gross.
go to strike out at him, he, at the very last second, dodges to one side and attempts to backpedal.
Well, after him. It's time to hit. We're fighting.
Okay.
That is passed, by the way.
Okay. Okay. So he goes in for a apple buck. Okay. Go ahead and roll to either dodge or block.
Right. That'd be really nice if I could take properly. Right. My dodge does not pass.
Okay. So you take 7 points of damage as he catches you in the ribs.
Leash. 7.
I'm going to cover Moop's eyes with my wing.
Okay.
Because Moop doesn't need to see that.
Alright, I'm hitting him back.
And I am screaming in the background, that bitch!
Oh, Petrol's like, she doesn't need to see that. And she's just like, ah!
That hits, by the way.
Okay. So, you have connected. Roll damage.
Right, let us see. Damn. Alright. Three damage.
Okay. And he goes in for punch. Go ahead and roll to block or dodge.
I don't actually remember how to determine blocks.
So block is in your so if you open your sheet where your melee attack stuff is, it is also encompassed in that. See, hold on, I think I have a recent one of your sheets.
It doesn't say.
Yeah, it just says block and then blank. I mean, I don't know what her stats would be, but or how that's affected by the martial stuff. But, I mean, for the most part, like I know my melee attacks say like no block or it's blank. So.
Oh, I can parry. That is a thing I can do.
Yes, you can in fact parry with your.
I can parry.
So go ahead.
I do parry.
Okay. So you managed to parry his attack.
Going to hit the bitch back. Yes, don't worry, Moonrisa.
Okay.
Do I roll damage or?
And no, he managed to
I do
dodge
not.
that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And he attacks you, and he misses. So it is your turn to attack.
I'm gonna roll a feint.
Okay. Let me double check something. You said faint.
A feign, yes.
Where is... Oh, it probably helps if I open that. So, you're going to need to roll your
I did roll.
boxing skill.
Yep, I rolled it. I got
Okay.
14 passes.
So that's a... Yes.
I have a
And-
specific skill for a feign, you know, right?
Yes, I am trying to remember exactly how it works. Let's see. So... Moon, I know you're listening. Can you give me a little
A feign is
assistance with
you
the...
throw a fake attack to try to get
I
them
know
to
what
move.
a feint is. It's mechanically... I don't remember how to do it. That doesn't help at all. Well, it looks like I'm going to need to look this up then.
I guess we got to.
But this is like a lot of text for a single thing.
Yeah, we're up to 16 likes on this too.
Apparently
Usually
requires an IQ skill to roll against.
Okay, so he needs to roll against IQ.
Yes.
Quick contest of weapons skill and was treated as a penalty to the defensive roll. So you rolled a 14, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Best by 4. For a feign.
Okay. And that is a fail on his part.
Which means I should be able to hit the next attack then. Or at least I think that's how that works. I think it gives me a bonus.
I believe, if I remember correctly, yes, it gives you a bonus to attack.
Right.
Um,
I don't actually know by how much.
treated as penalty to defensive roll when defending against next attack.
I'm gonna try punching him in the face. That is best.
Okay. And so... Oh, I see what's going on. And that's a fail. Roll damage.
Right, just quickly reading something. Right, I did 4.
Okay. So he also attacks. Go ahead and roll parry or dodge.
Rolling parry. I do not parry.
Okay. You take 2 points of damage.
Right. Right. So I'm going to try to hit him back. Preferably in the face. Oh. That is not good.
Okay, so you miss. And he is going to retaliate, which apparently he also misses.
Alright.
Make that your turn.
I'm going to try to roll another fin. Pass.
Okay. Okay, so he fails by 3, so...
Right. Now, I'm going to try to hit him again. Pass.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Yes.
Alright, I do 1 damage. Fuck. That'll work for 1 damage. I do see some massive.
Okay. He misses again.
Right. I am going to try to hit him. That does a pass, by the way.
Okay. So, roll damage.
I do another damage. You're getting there slowly.
Okay, so he attacks. Hits. Take 3 points of damage.
Wait, aren't I supposed to be able to roll a parry or something?
Oh yeah, that's right. Roll parry or dodge.
I passed by quite a bit relatively, so that's a
He
parry.
misses then. So,
I'm taking opportunity to hit him back.
okay. That hits.
Yes. Oh, fuck. Nope, don't count that. That was a miss. That was not what I meant to type. There we go.
Okay, and you've knocked him out.
Whew.
Slowly going up.
So,
Good.
for slashing, a unicorn comes up to you and asks if you would like to pay for a healing potion for your fighter.
Pay it, roll, please.
How much does it cost?
He says 50 gold per potion.
Yes, definitely yes.
How much do they heal?
I'll buy a few of them. 5 in total, right, for right now.
Okay. So you go ahead and subtract that, and there it is. Okay, and so Nasai, you were given potion. Potion heals 10 points.
Excellent. That is quite what I would want.
Okay. So the next fight is a heavyweight fight, which is a Minotaur versus a fairly large Griffin. The Minotaur wins. Rather quickly, actually.
That seems appropriate.
That's makes sense.
The Minotaur isn't even using a weapon either, while the Griffin had a spear.
Damn.
So, Nasai, your next fight is up. And
Oh boy.
you were put against a Abyssinian.
Go.
While taller, he technically fits within your weight class, with you being at the very bottom of it. So,
Alright, so I guess we are probably going to try to approach each other.
Actually, he's in a defensive stance at the moment and seems to be waiting for you to make the first move.
I am approaching slowly, skeptical of what he is to do.
So you're trying to get in and close?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to roll a dodge.
I pass.
Okay. So he makes a lunge for you, and you are able to avoid his attack. He is, however, very quick on his feet and manages to right himself before, just presenting his backside for you.
I have idea. I am going to roll an attack at his crotch.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's see if this fucker depends on this.
Oh, nope.
I don't believe my attack hits.
No, actually, and I'm fairly certain with your skill, what is that? Let me double check. So you are lucky.
Very lucky, thank you.
Let's see. And with that missing, he goes in for another attack. And go ahead and roll to dodge as he makes another lunge for you. Right. He doesn't appear to be actually trying to strike you at the moment.
I can only roll dodge, not parry for this, right?
Yes.
Fuck. I don't pass my dodge.
Okay, and go ahead and roll strength for me.
Pass.
By how much?
1.
Yes, you have been grappled.
Oh, shit.
So, what do?
I think I can use ground fighting in this case. Right?
You're a bit restrained, so I would say punching is probably your best bet at the moment.
Well, I think ground. Yeah, that's probably what that is. So I will try to hit him to get out of it. That passes. By quite a bit, actually.
I'm just gonna say, Moon, she's grappled, not knocked down. Okay. And that hits.
Alright, 5 damage.
Okay. And he does. Oh, okay. Yes, he also does an attack. You can attempt to parry. It's kind of hard to dodge when he's literally hanging on to you.
I passed my parry attempt.
Okay. So you manage to stave off as he attempts to strike you with your size difference in height. He's able to hold you with one arm and strike with the other. Had this been a full-grown pony, it would have required both arms. But you small zeep. So,
but I can take another attack at his crotch. And that does pass.
You would need to be kicking.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, never mind. Kicking is not what I was thinking that was. So that does not pass. Never mind. That is not good.
Yes, because Grapple, your front hooves are going to be closer to his face, and back hooves would be closer to what you were aiming for.
That would have been good to think about. Yes.
So he is going to attack again, and apparently you are struggling too much, and he misses. Let's see.
Alright. Gonna take another hit at his face. Woo!
Woohoo!
That is a crit. Crit.
Okay. He is unable to parry.
Alright. That means I will get to roll.
Don't forget that it's crit.
2d6, right? Instead of 1. Double damage.
It would be double damage, yes.
Oh, double damage or double dice? I forgot.
We do double dice at this table.
Okay, I wanted to double check with you. 9 damage.
Okay. He is still standing, but is looking pretty battered. Let's see. Give me just
See
a
if that
sec.
grappler right.
I am looking something up real quick. Make sure I understand this correctly. You know what? I'm just gonna do this instead. Okay. Go ahead and roll to parry.
Oh boy. I passed my parry.
Okay, so you managed to stave off another attack. It is now your turn.
Hit the fucker in the face.
Okay.
That does pass, by the way. Oh yeah. Did he pass or did he not? Because I
Hold on,
didn't
I
know
was-
if I...
And he passed. Apparently he's not satisfied to try and take another hoof to the face there. Also, I wanted to do... And then... Okay, go ahead and roll to parry.
Pass.
And now it's your turn.
Yep, but they hit the fucker. Pass.
Okay. And he failed. Roll damage.
Hit that fucker for 5.
And he's out.
I spit on him.
Woohoo!
Fuck
Go
you.
to Sa.
Okay.
Putain, merde.
Let's see. So, are you going to take another of the potions?
I should note, he didn't actually do any damage to me that round.
Okay.
I am very good at staving off his attacks. Also, I'm quickly reading at locations in which damage does things. And because I specifically do crushing damage, that actually matters for some of these.
So, to prevent this being overly drawn out, your next fight, you have come face to face to the champion. Go ahead and roll intelligence.
Oh, that sounds scary. Oh, actually, I think I exactly pass.
So, you recognize this as an Achu.
Ah, boy. Oh, boy. And that's you.
It's gonna hurt.
So, you ready?
Yes. This
Yeah,
one I am actually going to be doing more stuff because I didn't want to use my fatigue points until I got here.
Okay. So, what do you do? Your opponent is standing still in the center of the arena in a combat stance.
I take a couple steps forward and say, a fellow zebra. In a zebra. I would actually say it in the thing, but I want people to understand me.
He looks at you with a flat stare and says in zebra to hurry up and get this over with.
I apologize for what I must do.
He grunts, but doesn't move.
May the spirits be kind to you. I take a step as I approach, and I'm going to try to roll a feint.
Okay. Okay. So, go ahead and if you're going to attack, then do so.
I'm going to take an attack at his neck. And I'd like to make this a forceful attack.
Okay.
So it uses up a fatigue point.
Okay. And he parries you.
Fuck. Of course it does.
And it is his turn, and he goes in for
Yes.
an attack. Okay. So he attacks you, and
Alright, my berry.
you take 5 points of damage as he
Wait,
gut punches you.
am I not able to parry yet?
Oh wait, yeah, I forget.
I am able to parry. Ah, gosh. That would have been scary.
Okay. And it is your turn.
I'm going to try a double attack.
I'm so used to D&D combat.
Double attack. I didn't need to spend a point for that because I took the bigger minus to it, and it does pass.
Okay.
Both were just normal, by the way.
So I believe that'll, if I understood that correctly, you only have to roll once, but you will get to roll double the damage if you can hit.
Yes.
Okay. One of those hits.
4 damage.
Okay. Oh. So he attack. What do you do?
Going to parry. My best option. Thank you. Toughing it out for now.
Okay.
This is why you are able to put points into things so you can make sure that you save your ass later.
So, I believe it would be your turn now.
Oh god. I'm going to try for a strong attack at his neck again.
I believe that would mean that
I do use a fatigue point for it.
yes.
And it does pass, by the way.
Okay. He parries.
Fucking hell. We should probably check. Is it a margin of success for parry versus the margin of success per attack? Because that might actually make a bit more sense.
I think Moon
Moon
heard
is
that.
coming.
Moon is typing.
Okay. Because I don't actually know that much about some of these things, and I am simply suggesting this as a way to find out.
Yeah, I'm not well versed in combat for this system. So I'm waiting for an answer from
Yeah.
our experienced one who is currently medically stabbing people off in the far-off land of whatever state he's in.
Ohio, I think.
So it is success-based. Alright, so then we've been doing correctly. That is all good.
Okay. So I believe it is his turn.
Wait, I thought I just rolled my...
I thought you...
Never mind, no. My 12 was for the strong hit, so never mind.
So, yes. Are you going to parry? Or dodge?
I very much going to parry. That is my best option. Yes, I parry.
And that's your success for a parry, correct?
Yes, that is my success for a parry.
Okay. So it's your turn.
I'm going to do a feign, try to hit his neck. Forceful hit.
Okay.
Or strong attack, whatever you call it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Oh, I did say it was a feign, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
that
that
would
is
be
the
your
hit.
that would be your
That is
feign.
my feign. And this is my attack. My attack passes.
Okay, and he is able to parry it.
Fuck. Even with the minus at his defense?
Yes.
Man, we are both just really stacked to be able to fight this.
Okay. And he rolls to attack. You roll the parry.
Yes. Fucking hell.
Okay. You take 6 points of damage.
Alright, good to know.
So it is now your turn. Also, if this I would like you to make sure it doesn't hit your checks yet.
No checks yet.
Okay. Make sure you
Don't
also
worry,
keeping
I'm
track.
very much keeping track.
Yeah, make sure you're also keeping track of your fatigue points, because if you run out, you pass out.
Yes, I know. I am very much keeping track of those as well. Thank you for asking. I'm going to try another feign because this is very useful to me. Pass the feign. Pass the attack.
Okay. And he parries.
Fuck.
And he misses you.
Meaning I get another feign on him. Pass. Pass.
Okay. And he parries again.
Man, we are both really good at this.
Okay. And he attacks. And go ahead and roll to parry.
Pass.
Okay. So it's your turn.
Fuck it, taking the shot at the crutch. And I pass.
Okay. And he parries.
Swear to God, we are both very good at this.
Yes. Yeah, I think he parries with his fifth leg.
Okay.
Just thinking of that hurt.
And he attacks.
Alice, why? Just
So-
why? It would have cost you nothing to have not said that.
Go ahead
know.
and go ahead and
Parry.
yep.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Five points of damage.
Alright. Time to make a roll. I have passed that roll.
Okay. Now roll to attack.
I'm going to feign. Feign succeed. Going to roll damage. Roll an attack.
Okay. He sees through your feign, but he does miss the parry.
Can I just say that I added the forceful thing onto it by any chance?
No, you have to say that
I
beforehand.
didn't think that. I didn't think so. Thank you. I do a damage to him.
Okay. Okay.
Oh gosh, I'm starting to get nervous.
Oh, I dropped a dice. He misses.
Very good. I am going to roll some attacks. Multiple. Alright, I pass for doing 2 attacks.
Okay. And then... Okay, so he blocks one?
It's the other one he gets hit by, right?
Yes.
Alright. I do 4 damage.
Okay.
This fucker's probably
So-
still up very much.
Go ahead and roll to parry.
Yep. That's not the right button. I parried that very successfully.
Yes, you did. It is now your turn.
Going to spend a force point, fatigue point, to give myself a bit of an easier job. Trying to do 2 attacks. Oh wait, hold on, I think that's a success by a crit.
Okay. And
It is a crit.
even with a -6? Remember, if you have penalties, they get added to it when you're looking at crits or not.
Oh, That will be a -3 because I spent the first point. It is no longer a crit.
Okay. And he is unable to parry.
Oh, and I rolled for 2. 2d6. Oh wait, crit gets no defense roll? Oh wait, no man, that doesn't matter. I still rolled 2 damage.
Okay.
Oh, crit is based off of raw roll? Oh,
We're going
wait,
off of the chart that we have because modified skill changes the number that your crit. So, like, if you have a modified skill of 16 plus, your crit range is 3 to 6. And a modified skill of 3 is 3 to 4. Also, I want to point out that you probably would have gotten hit several more times if I had known that
alright,
crits
alright,
are unparryable.
so yeah, never mind. Never mind.
So,
Doesn't matter then, so we're all good.
and rolls to hit.
I'm going to roll my parry. My parry is a success.
Okay. And then it's your turn.
Going to hit this fucker twice. Pass.
Only one of them hits.
Okay, could you stop rolling roll?
I'm trying! I'm trying! I'm trying my
I think he's doing a good job so far of not getting knocked out.
I'm just mainly just laughing at or pointing at the damage rolls. Like, she seems to parry amazingly, but damn, the damage is shit.
I don't know how to do more damage, I'm so sorry.
Okay, he
Darth
misses.
Vader hates
Because I am attacking back. I am attacking twice. I spent the first one, by the way.
So you attack twice.
Yes.
I am going to say from now on, do make sure you announce whether or not you.
Oh, I thought I said that. I thought I said that, my bad.
She did.
Okay,
Unless it's just death.
then go ahead and
Gosh.
one hits.
Finally, 5 damage.
Okay,
There you
Fucker.
go. That's what we needed.
he is still standing. What the heck was that?
I don't.
I don't think I've ever heard you make that noise.
Oh gosh. I am sorry.
Sorry, that was hilarious.
Oh, the DM is all distracted now. Oh, that was funny.
To me, that sounded like a parrot squeak. That's the okay.
Right.
I
Thank you.
could see that coming from a parrot, and it was glorious.
He rolls to attack.
I'm rolling my parry. My parry does not succeed. Oh fuck.
Okay, 6 points of damage.
Right. I'm now going to try to attack this fucker. Spending the first point to hit.
I thought you said the. Did you roll?
Fatigue point.
Did you roll to? Because I believe doesn't that get you past one of your passes or your checks?
No, I already made my first check. I'm still before the next one.
Okay. Well, go ahead and see. That was for which one was for attack? It was 6.
Yeah, they have 6 foes for the attack.
Okay. He parries.
Both of them?
Oh, yeah. You said 2. The second one hits.
Good. I do 3 damage.
Okay. He attacks. Roll parry.
Yes, I parry.
Okay. This is getting kind of drawn out.
I am so sorry. I am going to spend another fatigue point. I am going to be trying to do 2 attacks. It passes.
Okay. That passes. And second one fails.
So I hit another one. I do damage. Yay.
Okay. You are not having much luck with the damage rolls tonight. He
No, I
attacks.
am not.
But you know,
Man,
she's
this math is
constantly
stressful.
hitting.
Roll to block.
You mean parry, BT?
Or, yeah, parry.
Yes, I parry.
Okay. Your turn.
Right. So, I am going to roll for 2 attacks. I am still keeping track of my fatigue points, don't worry. I am going to try to feign both, and I'm going to try to hit the fucker in the groin. So roll for feign. Feign passes. Roll for the actual attack. Attack passes.
Okay. And then after that, why does he keep critting on all the intelligence rolls? Like all but one of them. Okay. You do still make it through, though. Apparently, he can see you coming from a mile away, but doesn't always have the faculties to do something about it.
I guess she's been around hard enough by now.
Anyway, so I hit both of them, right?
Oh, I thought you said you were fainting.
Feigning, yeah, I feigned to attack.
I don't think you can do it for 2 attacks.
And I still tried. We could say if one of them was a feign, one was a regular attack, because I still used the point to do both attack.
I'll allow it this time. Try not to stack too many mechanics altogether.
I apologize. I am very much trying my best, and I will look into more mechanics in the future.
And
As long
only one
as we get
hits.
that squeak again.
Oh, by the way, because it was a groin attack, he suffers double shock from the crushing damage.
No.
Which health check? And he passes the health check with a surprising amount.
We hit there enough by now. To the point where he no longer feels it.
Actually, that's the first attack she's actually landed there.
Yes.
In previous life.
And that was quite a amount of crushing damage.
I believe for what you have been saying, that is technically 2 points of damage.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Double the crush, though.
And he crits.
Which means... Oh, fuck. Can I try to parry a crit, Moon?
We were just talking about how crits are
Yeah.
non-parry. So, take 12 points of damage.
Going to just do a little roll right there. I passed that little roll right there.
Okay. If I remember correctly as well, you will be taking penalties at this point, so we're just going to say -2 because I can't remember what exactly I said previously.
I think it is -1 after on first check, -2 on second check, right?
Yeah, we're just going to do that.
Which means I pass.
And the penalties go to all the physical checks. Because it is because of physical damage.
Alright.
So. It is
Gonna
now,
roll.
it is now your turn.
I'm going to roll 2 attacks at him, not spending the force. Fucking hell. I didn't spend the force, so it misses.
Okay. And so it's his turn. He attacks. He misses.
Alright, going to hit the fucking back. By the way, I'm going to note from this point, assume I'm throwing 2 attacks. I will announce if I'm spending a fatigue point, but I'm going to be throwing 2 attacks.
Okay. So. Both hit.
I am breathing heavily. 7 damage.
Okay. And then he's still standing.
Of course he is.
Because neither of you can fail a health check, apparently. And he is way too smart for you. So go ahead and
Roll a parry.
see. Oh yeah, it is his turn. I must see. Yes, roll the parry.
I parry.
Okay, your turn.
I'm going to try to feign this one. Feign success. And success on attacking.
Okay, and yeah, he parried that, and he parried both.
Alright, good to know. I am anxious, Zebra. This fucker. Seems we're both very good
Okay,
at throwing punches.
so it's his turn. Roll the parry.
Yes. I parry.
Okay. It's your turn.
I have to interject and say this is rather intense.
Yes. I rolling my totals. That was for the feign. And now I'm going to roll my actual attack because I'm trying to get through the defenses.
Okay. And one gets through.
One gets through. Good to know. 2 damage.
Okay. And roll the parry.
This may not be very nerve-wracking for audience, but it's very nerve-wracking for me. Oh fuck.
Did you roll the parry?
Yes, I did roll the parry.
Okay, did that
Thank you.
pass?
No, it did not pass.
Okay. And that is 10 points of damage.
Oof.
Alright, I am going to be making a roll. That was a roll.
So you've passed out?
Yeah.
That is not good.
So, as you guys watch, the zebra beats the zebra. And much to the surprise and chagrin of the crowd, rather than going for a finishing blow, he hoists her over his shoulder and steps off onto one of the platforms that begins lowering into the arena. Paige, as you are watching this happen, another unicorn dressed in mostly black uniform steps up to you and hands you a bag and says, "Thank you for your contribution," before teleporting away.
I open the bag and look through it.
So it is actually full of the winnings from the fight, despite the fact you didn't actually win.
What the
Well,
fuck just happened?
Wow.
Wait, what? Why? Huh?
So-
she made it to the final round against the champion.
And the champion chose to spare Nessa.
So for Nasa, I need the rest of the party to be quiet. For Nasa, you wake up with the Achu, who is sitting across from you in what appears to be some sort of wagon that is covered, and
Hey, you.
he's
Finally awake.
he's giving you a flat look.
I say, hey, you. Finally awake. Try to got caught in that ambush over there. Me and that thief over there.
He doesn't seem amused.
I'm going to leave.
So what?
I'm sorry. No, I woke up from blacking out in a wagon. And I said, hey,
Out of character joke.
I'm sorry.
So what do?
So why did you spare me? I say very anxiously, if it is not easily able to be informed by my voice.
He looks at you, and then in a tone of voice that is very obviously I don't know why you didn't realize this sooner, says, "Because I was told to."
Well, I greatly appreciate you not killing me. I have a lot of unfinished work, and to be frank, I was quite worried that I would not be able to get to it.
He grunts in reply and continues to stare flatly. We are going to jump to the party. Your small striped companion has been abducted. What do?
Freak the
worried?
fuck out.
I will also note that you just watched a unicorn teleport.
Yes, I am very surprised that someone still knows the art of teleportation.
Yeah,
Not good, not good, not good, not good. We gotta
Could I go?
do it. We gotta
Could
get
I-
this out.
Well, we have to go and find Saw. Would be our first order of business.
Flashing, are you able to assist in any of that? Because magic?
I'm gonna do a thaumaturgy check, see if I have an idea.
So, are you doing a thaumaturgy check on the teleportation?
To know if I could figure out teleportation, if I know anything about teleportation first. So.
Teleportation, it gets you from one place to another quickly. Much better than walking. Less tiring, if you know how to do it.
One would almost say instantaneously.
Yes.
I don't know if I can track teleportation.
Yes, you do not know how to track a pony that has teleported.
Yeah. That is outside of my wheelhouse.
However, I am going to say that now is a good time to put a pin in it for the time being. Leave it on a lovely cliffhanger. And for those of you still in the audience, I encourage you to join in tomorrow as we do the Peacemakers of Equestria, and again next week for Tuesday and Thursdays blooper and highlight reels, as well as the I can English, as well as the continuation of both streams. I would like to ask you to like, comment, leave a comment, ring the notification bell, subscribe, all that cool stuff.
The bells and whistles.
And for those of you that might be interested in trying to support me so that I can continue doing this, I have recently opened a Patreon, and I actually don't have the graphic yet, but in the future we'll have a graphic to show you guys of the people who support me. And a special thanks to those that have supported me in the priest tier: Cloud Gazer, Gilded Page, Haxorus, and Princess Starglow. Other than that, everybody have a great evening and drink water.
See you guys.